This episode of Keeping Tabs is sponsored by Dootloot, your go-to vendor for non-English foils, signed and altered cards, reserve list staples, judge promos, and secret layers. Dootloot has cards for every budget, starting at just $5. It's a simple, no-nonsense card feed updated weekly, with monthly giveaways and free tokens in every order. Join the over 6,000 members on Discord and follow on Instagram at DootlootIG.
Welcome to Keeping Tabs. I'm joined by Jax this week, and we're going to be talking about some tournaments and stuff like that we're going to be going to, or that some of the crit people are going to be going to. Starting off with Fishbowl 7. This is this weekend, so
Sweet.
If you haven't ever been to a Fishbowl, currently it's just me, Jordan, and Jason.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
But I'm excited. Like, we're flying in on Friday morning, and we're going to probably be playing Magic all day, and then there's a gold event that's happening at TC Rockets the night before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I might be playing in that. I'm unsure. And then Fishbowl starts, which it looks like it's going to be like a 200 person event total.
Okay, sweet.
I think they're at like roughly 200 people.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be fun.
Should be another big event, dude. It'll be so much fun. There's so many big events now.
I know. Speaking of another big event, we have New Jersey cEDH doing the Sinkhole 2.
Sweet.
So this is July 19th, which is very, very close to the cutoff time for top deck points. But yeah, it's going to be held in New Jersey, Arlington, New Jersey, in this courtyard Marriott.
What was the last sinkhole? Was the last sinkhole plat, or is it?
I think it was a gold, but I think they're aiming for a plat this time.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But yeah, New Jersey. I mean, like it's like a East Coast event, so like it's gonna sell out, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Everyone drives for it.
Next one is the Summer Classic 3. This is going to be out in Minneapolis. I can't say that word, Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I know Jordan's going. I am still on the fence. I need to see if I do well at Fishbowl before I go. And I think Jason's also on the fence of going. But we did get to see this time twister at the Siege. It was really cool. The guy had the necklace around it, so he hit like the whole like Logan Paul.
Yeah,
thing.
the full drip, dude. That's awesome. Yeah.
But I know that a lot of the Monolith guys are going, and like usually these things are. I mean, it's also in like the Great Lakes area, so it's gonna have a pretty big attendance.
Yeah, I have that one on my radar too. I might make that one. I'm still.
Oh, really? Okay, sick.
Yeah.
I know Jordan's definitely going.
Okay.
I don't know about anyone else. I am, like I said, I'm on the fence. It depends if I need to like really lock in for top deck, but we'll see.
I don't think I'm making top deck, so I think I'm just going for fun. But
yeah, you would have to be like.
No, I have to hit every tournament from now on. I'm not in a position to do that right
now. Speaking of the Top Deck Invitational and the like event that's going with it is Breach the Bay 2. This is going to be the event of the year. The Invitational's happening, and Breach the Bay 2 is also happening next to it. Breach the Bay 2 is going to be run in the Japanese point system, from what I understand, so they're really testing things out. Okay. And the pricing goes like all the way to, I think, to top 64, and it's like guaranteed
I saw that,
which is huge. But yeah, I mean,
they're trying to make it the biggest tournament ever too, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think that like I'm excited to just go regardless, just because like
it's gonna be insane.
Yeah, it's gonna be so fun. But
the cap's
I will say
580 or something like that. Like it's something ridiculously high.
Wait, what's up?
I think the player cap is like 580 or 584 or something like that.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, yeah,
that's
so awesome.
It's insane. Yeah.
580 cap plus a wait list. But yeah, I'm excited. They're also going to do pre-modern and legacy like on the side, which is really cool. Those are like both my favorite like single tin format, or not single tin formats. My like 60 card formats that I enjoy. Yeah. Minus the vintage cube. I really do enjoy vintage cubing, but
vintage cube I think is my all-time favorite outside of cEDH.
Dude. Yeah. It's so sick. But yeah, if you're out in San Francisco area or anywhere in California, actually anywhere, you're probably just not going to want to miss this event. I think this is going to be the biggest one of the year. Yeah, I think this is going to be the event. Yep, and normal sponsor for us is Tame Dog sleeves. If you like these sleeves, please order them online. They are use code CRIT. But these are, I'm not joking. I think these sleeves are the best on the market. Have you used them yet?
Yeah. Yes. No. That's the only sleeves I use now because they haven't split on me. I use them starting at Rumble, I think, is when I started using them.
Yeah. Because Kevin brought a few packs before we even were associated with them.
Yep, yes. So all my decks are now in those, and I think I'm running the same sleeves from Rumble, and they haven't split. Like they're
which
awesome.
is it's like 2 months ago, 3 months ago at this point
of heavy play. And my big one for me is they don't get that black residue as often as like the Dragon Shield sleeves. Like they don't get the weird stickiness as much. I don't know why either of them do that, but
they also just did some more colors, I think, and they're going to be doing their inners. Tim said that their inners and their tournament pack should be ready by the middle of next month, so 3 weeks away. And the tournament pack is going to be 125 inners or hard inners, 125 of the mats, and then I think that might be it.
So it covers sideboard and everything kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be like, oh, hey, like bring some extra cards just in case you want to switch it up. So,
and you extra a whole extra, 25 extra in case they do split is awesome. And then on top
which
of that,
is like, usually sleeve boxes do come with a few extra at this point.
Yeah, but it's like 4 or 5 kind of thing.
Yeah, well, and it's like it is because they will split, right?
Yeah.
And like these sleeves, and they are rebranding to Tame Dog sleeves instead of Century sleeves.
Yes.
But these sleeves like don't split. I really have not. I haven't even heard of one splitting, which is still crazy to me.
Yeah.
No,
it's awesome.
They also do make your foils look so much better.
Oh, interesting. Okay, I sold out of most of my stuff, so I need to. I need to put some. I have like 2 sexy foils left. I'll put those in there.
Yeah. So shout out.
And $10 for a pack of sleeves is pretty darn good. Oh yeah.
I will also say those up to like meet like shipping costs and stuff like that, because a lot of these things he was just selling like locally and like was able to like deliver them. I would not be surprised, and I think he's been basically open about it, that he's going to be raising the price up to like $12 soon-ish. But just like full transparency, he is like increasing the price a little bit just to cover some of the shipping costs to like places out of state, mainly just because this company kind of like blew up out of nowhere, and like it has been scaling faster than he thought it would be, right? So
sweet, which is awesome because it's good product, right? Everyone that's been using them has been incredibly impressed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then we have the Critical EDH June League.
Heck yeah.
It's all in motion. Yeah. So I think there's 515 or 50 people in it now.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I heard there's like 7 games firing that we looked at like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. I think it's 7 games firing right now, and we're partnered with Doot Loot as usual and Eldrazi.dev. Eldrazi.dev, we can talk about that in 1 second. This is the Mulligan trainer, so if you guys take your deck list and plug it into the Eldrazi.dev or Eldrazi.gg now, you can plug it in and you can do your mulligans, and it does some like necro functionality, it does ad nos functionality, it does like Atali flips, I think.
Sweet,
maybe.
Okay. That's okay, newer one. I haven't seen that one.
It also can do some like puzzles and stuff like that. So if you like look at some of the like big name people from each like deck Discord put up puzzles of like, hey, how do you win from this situation?
That's awesome.
And those are always really cool to watch.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think like this is just if you use like Moxfield to do your mulligans and like Goldfish, then like just please use this, because it is just better, and it shows you like your pod generator, and like it just shows you your
pod generator,
you get
seed
more
orders.
information.
Totally.
Exactly. So you just get a lot more information. It's a lot more useful of a tool, specifically for cEDH, right? Like I'm not saying Moxfield is bad for any reason at all, but this in general is good.
Yeah, a tool created specifically for cEDH and to get the best possible simulation for hands.
Yeah, which we're going to be talking about 2 of those, or one of those coming soon.
Heck yeah.
One of those later today. And then the league artists today, or this month, is Necro Sorcery Altars. They do some kind of creepy looking altars, but it's just like a very different style. Very different style. They just ran a sale and they sold a ton of their inventory. Specifically, they sold a lot of these soul rings.
The Howling Mine is so sick too, dude. I love
the Howling Mine is dope.
Yeah, like that's so cool.
They have a lot of really cool stuff in here. I like Shades Form. Like that's cool.
Yeah,
this is my Curse of Opulence.
Oh no way.
Okay.
Sick, dude.
Yeah. But I really like, where is it? They have this Cloud of Fairies, dude. They just sold this thing.
Okay.
And I'm like, they sold it for like $30. And I was like, bro, how's no one scooped that up?
Why did you not snatch that up? Yeah, holy cow. The Vicious up there too.
I have an Italian signed
That's
retro
right.
foil Cloud of
Foil.
Fairies.
Yeah.
But like this thing is still so sick, right?
Sick, dude. The death rate's so cool too.
Yeah, I mean, like I really like their work. Again, it's like very unique, right? Like it's not like the anime alters, which it's not like I have a problem with the anime alters, but like I am starting to see a lot more of them. So anything
this
like,
is much more like fantasy, like the fantasy heavy kind of like the dark Cthulian.
Yeah, exactly. Like this chainer looks great. I think they do a really good job, man. Like yeah. Check them out.
Sick.
But that was enough of the ads there. The big thing, well, we have a few things that we're going to talk about. Specifically, this rules update from cEDH Europe.
This is huge, man. Because we've been talking about their restarts quite a bit, right? And like no restarts in Swiss. I'm curious what that does to the turbo meta.
Yeah, so it's really interesting because when we first heard about restarts, it seemed like everyone was very on board with them and being like, yeah, this is a good decision because it lowers draws, right? What happened is over the next like 6 months to a year, the meta just became incredibly turbo because essentially if you like whiff or if you like mulligan down and just like don't find anything, then you can just like find interaction and just like get a restart, right?
Totally. Right, like as Rogsai, getting to see 14 hands is gets pretty crazy, right?
Like you're gonna find something, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. But what I also think is really interesting, and if you like look at the comments on this post, was that people are thinking this isn't far enough. They're like, yeah, we shouldn't have restarts in Top Cut either.
So for their top cuts, are they still doing time limits on their top cuts like we're doing it, where it's like 3 hours?
They are still doing time limits, but you can do unlimited restarts still.
Interesting.
Yeah. So usually, like in the cEDH, like if you're watching like a European tournament, there usually will be like 3 or 4 restarts per top cut game.
3 or 4.
That's usually at least that was been like my experience of like watching them as a spectator.
Gotcha.
I've seen like 3 or 4
any of the big tournament ones there. Wow. Yeah. Well, okay, that's crazy.
You got to understand that like their meta is so incredibly turbo because of the restarts that like once you get into top cut, like
Rogsai kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. And
sure.
You're like
2 of the Rogsais held a pact.
Yeah, okay. For sure.
Sure. 2 Rogsais held the pact, the other had the turn 1 necro, right? Yeah. Okay.
So I don't necessarily know if this is going to like make a drastic change in their meta like immediately. Like I think it'll take a little bit for people to like adjust their deck style and stuff like that. But I do think that eventually we'll start seeing their meta be a little bit more diverse. And it's not like it's not diverse. I think like obviously like people are still having very good like results with Kinnan, and I think they have a really good Time player out in Europe as well.
Okay, yeah, I think I've seen that Time list floating around.
Like it's not just all jammers, right? But like I think that it'll start having a little bit more diversity because you'll have a better chance of like being able to play mid range to get into the top cut.
Yeah, because I've seen like a lot of Dahadas out of there and a lot of like Rogsai's like lists, like the
yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm interested to see what happens. I've heard that the reception to this, if you like look at Eisenherz or if you talk to like Tino, they're all like, yes, this is universally like good job, thank you, this is amazing, but also like keep going, you know?
Sure.
Because they just don't want to play restarts at all because like it just kind of enables like a toxic play pattern is the idea around it essentially.
Sure. And you were saying heuristics aren't quite as prevalent in that meta?
Well, because like it doesn't like they don't get there a lot of time, right? Like heuristics are still prevalent, right? Like there's still the slop decks, but like it's a lot harder for a Rog Ishai to hold back 3 turbo decks than it is for a Rog Ishai to have an ally and be like, all right, let's 2v2 these people, you know?
Sure. Absolutely. Okay, and that makes sense for like Time being more popular there too, where like the stacks pieces hold a lot more weight when if it's 3 turbos and a Time player, the Time player is probably smiling. Yeah. Okay.
Well, and you can like even see this if you like watch the Siege like top 4 game between like Jason and Logan. Like they both had an ally of being like, hey, let's not die, please, and then we'll be able to like get to the game that we want to play. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But if there was only one of them, then they're like, I'm dead.
Yeah, we're just like, yeah, totally right. Yeah.
Which is like that was what my top 40 game was in the Siege, where it was Rog Dargo in seat 1, Ral in seat 3, and a Chowder that's like heavy Necro Chowder in seat 2, and I'm in seat 4, and I'm just like, I'm just dead. You know, I can't hold all 3 of you guys back, essentially.
Sure. Who got there?
Jordan Callister on Chowder.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
Yeah. He got a turn 1 Lotho, and it got fed a little bit, and then got wheeled, and he enlightened tutored for a Rhystic. The Rhystic got fed, and then he just like Necro pushed.
Oh goodness. Okay. Handed to him.
Yeah, I wouldn't say handed to him because like
sure.
It's Rog Dargo on a wheel, right? Like that's what they're supposed
they
to
have
try
to play.
Yeah,
they have to. Yeah.
It just I mean, like he got cards and mana. Surprise.
Yep, for sure. That wins games, huh? Crazy.
Yeah, surprise.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think I think it is really interesting though, like that their meta is probably going to change quite a bit. Like I said, it might take a little bit.
I think it'll probably take a little bit because the fact that it still happen in the top cut games means there's still some incentive. But I'm curious because like that probably changes the play pattern for a lot of the turbo players though.
Well, yeah, right? You can't just like jam into Oblivion and hope for a restart, right?
No, totally right. You can't mold to 2 every game, right? And
well, and it's not even that. It's like if they get stopped, a lot of the time they will just still get a restart from it.
Sure. Because they just hold the last piece of interaction kind of thing. If they know there's 2 more pieces, right? Yeah, okay.
Or they're just like, I jammed and you blew yourself out, so like we should just restart because like,
sure,
you know.
So wait, to the restart, does it need all 4 players to agree to the restart?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Got it.
So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But I think it is really. I think it's good, and it seems like the feedback is also good. So I'm hoping.
Well, we should keep an eye on it. I'm curious. End of July, right? How what the difference in deck lists and stuff will be, right?
Yeah.
There should be. I've been curious if we'll see a switch.
There's also an idea of Jason doing like a full video about like talking about this because he is a lot more involved in like watching the
because he talks to
meta.
Like Tino all the time, and
he's really good. He's like good friends with like Ignacy and Tino, and so like he's talking to them constantly, and so he's got his own ideas about like what this is, and he's been thinking about doing a video. If he has time, he probably will.
Sweet.
But I know that's
really
an idea floating around. Actually, like mention it in the comments if you do want to see a video like that because it's like kind of a niche like subject. It's not like the Necro video, right? So like it's interesting. Like if you guys have interest in him talking about it, then please let us know and we'll get him to make that video.
Yeah, I'm curious too. Just if we can get more people from the European scene to talk about it too. Like I'm curious what him being able to echo their opinion seems very interesting.
Yeah. So I do know that I think it was like 3 or 4 months back, I think Tino went on Max P's Winning In podcast, and they talked about the restarts because Max had a good like experience with them when he went out there.
Oh, interesting. Okay, and that was early on when they were doing restarts.
That was early on when they were doing restarts. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then I think a few months later, that's when he had Tino on, and Tino's like,
No,
we've gone too far. We need to go back.
Sure. Yeah. For sure. We tried it out and it's abused, right? People figured out how to abuse it.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens, but I'm interested to see what the future holds for Europe, right?
Totally. Yeah.
So, one thing that we kind of hinted at previously was this website that's called cEDHdata.com/simulator.
This is my favorite tool that you showed me, by the way. This is I'm going to be using this quite often on testing decks. This is so good.
Yeah, it's okay. So this is run by cEDH Time, and I think a friend of his. But what this tool does is you can like input a deck list like here, or down in the bottom in this like deck list channel or spot right here, and plug it in, and then you can simulate like targeting a card. You can simulate, hey, I can cast it, or it's in my hand by turn 2 or turn 3 or whatever. You can simulate how many games it takes, or like how many games you want to simulate, and it will show you what the percentage chance that you end up in that state, like if you're actively going for it.
And I love keeping the minimum keep size too, because I think that for like as someone learning a deck too, of like how hard can I mulligan, how deep can I go? I think limit testing that and figuring that is very interesting here.
Yeah. So it is called like the Rhystic Goldfish Simulator. obviously that's kind of what the whole meta is right now, but it can go for other cards. Like you can put an ad nause in here and see like what is my chance of casting an ad nauseum, right? And then it'll also tell you like what your cards and your winning lines are to get there. So like this like will tell you, hey, like if my first fetch should probably be for Underground C, because in 23% of the games that got me to Rhystic Study, one of the cards that was in play was an Underground C.
Wow. All right. So for the demonic consultation piece too, does that take into the account of you just exiling your library?
Yes. So
it does. Okay. Sweet.
There is some like problems with this, right?
Sure.
One is like if you have decon in your deck, it does just kind of help you get to there. Like if your only thing is to get to this card, then like there's a lot of ways to do it, right? But you can also like take that card out of your library and like put in a different like another random card to see what your like true percentage is. But what I really liked seeing was like if you look at scheming symmetry, it increases your odds at finding cards by like 11%.
Wow.
So,
okay.
What I think is really interesting is like this card just like doesn't see play at all, really.
For sure.
And unless you're like playing Oppo. And like we've been kind of a proponent of this on our channel of playing like scheming Oppo.
Yeah, but, like as like another win con, like another Praetor's Grasp, basically.
Yeah. But like also like why not just play scheming symmetry? Right? Like
well, and this is like in the slop meta. Actually, I'm curious, even with Chud TNT, right? Why they're not running it there when they're on so many of the copy effects? Where like I think in the slop decks, like you targeting the other slop player and being like, hey, let's both get Rhystics, like probably isn't really that bad.
No, I think it's actually really good, right?
Yeah.
Or you're like, hey, I'm gonna scheming. You can go get your like fish. And like just don't play it before I play mine or something like that. Like I'm giving you a good draw engine, but like right when you offer that to someone, then like another person's just like, no, I'll take a land, and you're like, okay,
sure,
and
all right,
good,
get a land, yeah, sure.
But like also if you're playing like slop, then like maybe it just makes sense to no matter what target the other slop player because you're like, yeah, we're allies in this, like.
Well, because like even in late game, like in that situation, what we're talking about with like the top 4 game with the two Kinnan players versus the Ral kind of thing, right? Like if one of those, you can target the other control player or the other slot player and being like, hey, let's grab interaction to fight this guy.
Yeah, right? Exactly. Yeah, which is that's like it's like a special tactic of being like, hey, go grab your force and negation, you know?
Yeah, sure.
And it puts them off of like 2 cards.
Totally, right? Or you can have them burn a premium piece of removal, right? Like I'm just like,
hey,
grab the mind break trap, and you guarantee they use your mind break trap first.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So interesting. Okay.
Like obviously you have to have a lot of trust, like in the person that you're scheming, or you can be like, hey, like, are you good to show me the card like before you put it on top of your library? You're allowed to do that.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think that it's pretty cool. I think that it's fascinating that we're getting these like simming tools. Because also I need to like say this that it is like a very very early version of this that they plan on putting together like, hey, what's the chance I have these 4 cards?
Sweet, like I'd love like Necro and Necrodom, right? Like what are my odds of hitting Necrodom or Nas, right? Like if I have those 3, what are my odds hitting one of those 3?
So like
by turn 2?
If you're Rogsai, like what are my odds of hitting those 3 cards? Or like if you're a slop deck, it's like, what are the odds that I have Rhystic Fish or Esper Sentinel?
Sure. By turn 1 kind of thing. Yeah.
By turn 1 or turn 2, like I think that it's like pretty good, right? Like this is good information to have. I will also say that when I was doing this with my Rog Thras deck, its like percentage on finding Heartwood Storyteller was extremely low, and I started looking at like the top cards for winning lines. What it wasn't tracking well was like Eldritch Evolution and Neoform.
Okay.
So I wouldn't be surprised if like that is not tracked super super well. Like it might, but it might not. And like
interesting.
I'm assuming like Beseech the Mirror is probably in that same vein that like it's still like
having an artifact in play to be able to get it to play kind of thing. Okay.
Yeah. But I think that it's really interesting that like it shows you some of the most important or impactful cards to get to that spot.
Oh, you get a dev console too, so it tells you how it got there, right? So you can go down there and look at games. If you go down to the winning console, go down one more. If you go down one more to the winning console,
yeah.
It tells you exactly. So each game how it got there. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I like that a lot. Well, and I think this is really important, right? Because like I think one of the biggest things, especially in players that are newer to cEDH, right, is like mulligans are such a big part of the game and such a skill differentiator, right? And so just really understanding like we talk about limit testing in practice games all the time, but like really being able to simulate your limit testing of, hey, if I'm mulling to 3 every game, right, my odds I should be able to find a turn 2 or 6 study, 70% of the time here, right? Which is good knowledge to know. Right?
So I think it is really good knowledge to know. I also don't necessarily know if like this simming tool, this like tool specifically, is really good for limit testing your own deck, right? What's really interesting to me is like, did you ever play like World of Warcraft or anything like that?
Yeah, I played a little bit more RuneScape than WoW, but I played a little bit of vanilla WoW.
Okay, so in like more recent versions of WoW, and this isn't, I haven't played since like a few. It's been like, a few expansions since I've played, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's been decades for me probably.
What this is like very similar to me is there's a simming tool in World of Warcraft where you can like take your character data and you can like plug it into the sim tool and you're like, all right, like tell me everything I need to know, right? Okay. And it'll spit out like, hey, these are the stats that you want to look for now, because with your like current build, like you will gain more benefit from finding crit versus haste or whatever.
Sure.
And then it'll also tell you like, hey, if you're looking for specific pieces to like increase your odds in this thing or increase your DPS or increase your healing or whatever, like go find these certain pieces because they will benefit you, right?
Sure.
Now, I am concerned that this tool eventually looks like that. Because if that happens, then I think we'll get a lot more, like, decks will start looking a lot more similar, right?
Sure. Right.
Because you'll just like plug in a deck and be like, hey, I want Rhystic Study, and it's going to spit out, hey,
best way to get that.
Like, best way to get that, like, get Decon. Like, put Decon in your deck. It doesn't matter if you're playing Thoracle, right?
Sure. Okay, and
it's like,
sure.
It's like, okay, like, maybe we don't want to go that far, right?
Well, because that's an interesting thing on cEDH, right? Because like I think so many of the cEDH players are vibe players, right? Like not hard numbers players. Like Jason is full on vibes, right? Whereas like Kevin, I think, is a little bit more of like, I don't know. Jason definitely is counting the tempo too, but like I've heard Kevin talk about counting the tempo a lot more, right? Just like his thought process through it. And so I think I think we'll probably still see that split, but I'm curious to empower more of the just analytic people, right? Of just like raw numbers, right? To win the game.
Well, so what I'm like concerned about is like when I was talking to people about this tool, like when I was getting introduced to it, like some of the folks were like, hey, like even in a 5-color deck, if your plan is to get a Rhystic Study on turn 2, no matter what, you should be playing Crystal Vein. And it's like, yeah, like your percentage goes up like 5% by playing Crystal Vein, right?
Sure.
All you need to do is like find fetch land Crystal Vein Rhystic Study.
And you're good. Yeah. Sure. And if you're running City of Traders, then usually at that point, anyways, right? You're running Ancient Tomb, City of Traders, Soul Ring, and that. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
And so, but like, okay,
is running Crystal Vein objectively correct though, right? Like how much does that dilute the rest of the deck?
That's the question, right? Like this is only going by analytical numbers of being like, hey, you were looking for Rhystic Study on turn 2, right?
But that's optimizing not to win. That's optimizing just to get Rhystic turn 2, right? And those are two different things.
But that's like how some decks win the game, right?
Sure. Like
Raw-Gishai, like in reality, like Raw-Gishai should probably be playing Crystal Vein.
Oh, I 100% agree. I'd be surprised. Are they not? Are most Raw-Gishais
I don't
not
know.
the first one?
I honestly don't know.
Okay, but, sweet. I do 100% agree with that, though, based on just the track record of wanting a guaranteed turn 2 Rhystic Study or trying to maximize.
But it's also like if you're doing that, like you're making your mana worse. Like your long-term mana is significantly worse if you're using Crystal Vein to get Rhystic Study on turn 2.
Sure, but as far as like if you have 7 games in Swiss, right, and that Crystal Vein allows for 2 of those games to get a turn 1 Rhystic Study, right? Then I feel like that radically skews it, where it's just like it. Because like you're optimizing over those 7 games, not each game individually either, right? Like there's some games you just are going to lose, right? Some games you brick.
For sure. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I think this tool is like it's extremely useful, right?
For sure.
And like the functionality behind it is going to be even better soon, right? Like Like,
for sure.
There's just so much data that this can do that I really like. I really like.
I'm really excited with this, right? Of just like getting more good simulation tools, because it's so hard to test in cEDH because the games take long and like seeing a card, and so getting more simulation tools to like really test to see what do these cards, how do they impact the play style of the deck and the feel of the deck, right?
Yeah.
I think is very, very, very interesting.
So I think the other thing that I am, how do I say this? I just like don't want all the decks to conform to look like each other more than they already do.
Sure.
And tools like this will do that, right?
But I think there'll always be that rock, paper, scissors piece, right? Because it's like some people are going to be optimizing for Rhystic. If everyone's optimizing for a turn 2 Rhystic, then all of a sudden the deck's optimizing for turn 2 Necros, right? Like there's places where you can cut underneath it, right?
For sure.
And so like, but I do see it starting to maybe congeal some decks into very, very similar play patterns, or the same similar cards. But at the same time, I think that it might unlock new cards that people should be running that aren't, right? Make new staples.
Oh, for sure. One other thing that I noticed, that I was like running this through with like a few different decks that I was playing, and this like tool like very much confirmed my thoughts on how bad dorks are in like most decks.
Interesting. Okay. Wait, tell me more on that.
So like I ran it for like my chowder list.
Okay.
And like if you looked at like your winning lines to find your turn 2 Rhystic or turn 2 Necro, your like percentages are only like even with like 5 dorks or 4 dorks in your deck.
Okay.
Like your percentages, like by taking one dork out, is like 1 less percentage over 1,000 games.
Really? Okay. Because dorks are such dead draws too. Is the
they're
biggest frustration.
So bad, right?
Right.
They're
dorks
bad.
turn 1 are awesome. Dorks anytime besides turn 1 are pretty atrocious.
Correct.
Right? Turn 2 sometimes are okay. Right. But like okay. Interesting.
It like just depends on how much you're trying to like maximize those percentages to have your game plan online versus once your game plan is online, like those things being good, right?
Yeah, like in Chowder, how much did that impact your Necro stuff? Was it still just like 1%?
It was still about 1. Like I took out all
even
the
with
dorks.
culling?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Okay.
So I think that like and if you, even when you like watched your like winning lines, like the dorks were not very involved. Like they were pretty rare. Yeah, because like in reality, you're just like looking for like fetch land Darkrit Necro, right? Like that's the like all roads lead to fucking do Darkrit Necro.
Darkrit Necro, yeah, right. Because and then you have so many tutors and top deck tutors for either pieces of that.
Exactly. So
sure.
What I do think is a thing with like even if you take out your 4 dorks and your percentages go down by 5% for each card, like game plan card, right?
Sure.
Sorry, I'm gonna start a sim really quick on Mystic Remora, and we'll talk about that in a second. But also, simming sometimes takes a while. It is a simulator, right? Like sometimes
it's actually playing out all these games, right?
Yeah. But like you're seeing it like in real time about like how fast it's going, which is pretty cool. But back to like the dorks thing. I think that if you take out 5% of like each game plan card, right? You're saying like my Necro, or my Rhystic, or my Adnos. If you take out 5% out of each one of those pools, then it does lead up to something significant, right?
Okay, sure.
So like,
and is that all dorks together being 1%, or is that each dork being a percentage?
Each dork is roughly 1%.
Okay, so that could get up to like almost 15% if you're taking three or four
each one of them out over like then your Necro is a little bit worse, or your Rhystic is a little bit worse, right?
Sure.
Or sorry, not necessarily like each individual, but like the total percentage is worse, right?
Sure.
So I think that that's something that's relevant to talk about. But like I think that like if you're playing mid range, like I don't think they're necessary at all. Like I think I would take them out of any deck that's like Rhystic game plan.
Like, I'm curious how much
you keep Birds
Strike
of
It Rich. Yeah, like okay, Birds of Paradise, Death Rate Shaman, like sometimes Delighted Halfling would be like I think that there's good arguments for those.
Maybe.
But I'm curious like Strike It Rich versus like a Land of War Elf, right? Like I'm curious what the difference.
You know what card I'm looking a lot more into lately? Wild Cantor.
Okay, Wild Cantor honestly has been on my list too. Wild Cantor and Strike It Rich are the two that like I wasn't watching, and like Strike It Rich, I honestly I think that's permanently going to be in Farm for me. Like I think that's one of my pet cards in Farm. It just feels it like pushes the turn 2 Rhystics and the turn 2 Necros so much more consistently, and there's just like that getting to 3 mana for farm is like such a big deal for me.
Yeah, 100%. So what I really like about Wild Cantor is it can turn like Jessica's Will mana into any other color.
Ooh, okay, yeah. I like that a lot.
And I also really like that you can play it on turn 1 and it can still find you. Like if you go like Bayou Wild Cantor, it can
you
still
get
find you
necro.
like a Necro or Heuristic.
Sure.
It also like doesn't feel as bad drawing it later if you're playing slop. Like you can just like play it, put it into play, and you're just like it's not. There's no like bad investment there. You're like spending 1 mana to make 1 mana later.
Well, and you can filter it the same turn you play it too, right? So it's like
Exactly.
Versus like something like Gold Hound or whatever, like something where you need a turn for it to sit. Okay, yeah.
So what else I think I'm looking at it is like if you're playing a 5-color Adnos deck, I think it's like you can't cut it.
Interesting. Okay.
Because you can like turn Spirit Guide Wild Cantor into any pip.
Wow, sure. Well, and there's even the necro piles, dude. Like that, it seems so good on those necro piles.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it's also just like a free card in your graveyard as well, right? Like
sure. It feels breach and shit too. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're sorry.
You can also like
I need to put that in my 5-color pile.
It also gives you like, this is like super niche, but like if you're like desperate for a color or like to be able to convert, you can like Summoner's Pact Wild Cantor, cast Wild Cantor, convert to blue.
Sure. It's another one where it's kind of like another one of the Spirit Guide, right? You can grab the Spirit Guide or the Wild Cantor or the Tinder Wall, right? Depending on what you have.
Yeah, 100%. So I think
I like that as another option there.
Yeah. So I'm a big fan of that card right now. I think if you're playing specifically like Turbo, I think it's very good.
Do you think it's better than the Elves of Deep Shadow, the one that taps for black?
I think that it's better than Delighted Halfling.
Oh, okay. I agree with you there for sure.
I think like if you're playing 5-color, I think like you're if you're wanting to play 5-color like Turbo, I think it's like Birds of Paradise,
yep,
Ignoble Hierarch.
Yep, okay.
Then probably Wild Cantor, then Elves of Deep Shadow.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, okay. I think
like those are probably interchangeable, realistically.
I think it's slightly better because it's just better. You like seeing it late game is that much more useful with like Elves of Deep Shadow sticks around, but like the fact that it just like helps convert necro piles is I think is really important. Okay, interesting. I need to find a spot for that in my list.
So as we were talking, I ran a sim for Mystic Remora.
Ooh.
So this is out of 1,000 games. The simulation results say 92.8% of your games, if you're playing, a farm deck that's like running all of the top deck tutors and all this other stuff, that you should be able to find your Mystic Remora 92% of your games. Again, this is running decon, so like, take that with what you will. But I think this goes to show you that like, we talk about how Jason like aggressively mulligans.
Yeah,
he's right.
I mean, this checks out. This
like
is real.
literally shows you that it's correct.
Yeah, for sure.
Right,
because this is down to 3, right? This is mulling to 3, and we make this joke all of the time that if Jason mulls to 3, he's winning the game, right?
Yep.
And this makes sense, right? Because if Esper's in this pile too, between Esper, Ristic, and Fish.
Yeah, and then if you like add Necro into that list, then it's like it's
really damn close to 100, right? Like it's
100% that on turn 2 you should have a game plan and farm, right?
For sure. Yep.
What I also really like about this tool, like looking at Mystic Remora, it tells you your average mulligans. So this is at 1.295 average mulligans. So this means that you're like able to find your fish on a 6 very consistently.
Holy cow! Okay, that's really interesting.
Because like obviously, like the thing is like, do you keep a hand that is turn 2 fish on a 6 that's just like land, top deck tutor, nothing else?
Sure.
Like maybe,
sure.
Right?
Yeah,
maybe you do.
You keep that in the 3 for sure, though.
Yeah, 100%. But I think that it's really like, again, you need to like parse through what the data is actually telling you.
Sure.
But I think that this is extremely useful. Is like knowing that like fish, like you can just like find a fish. Like it's a great backup plan. Like no matter what.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. I like this a lot for limit testing of just like how reliable is it? Because like I think like 90%, like you should see it most games. Like that's awesome. 70%, right, starts to get a little fishy. Right. Anything below 70%, you probably can't rely on.
Well, and you can like see once again scheming symmetry. 11.3% of your games. It helps your percentage to get to your game plan.
Wow.
Again, the thing is it's scheming symmetry. You could also just be giving someone the answer to fix your to stop your game plan, right? Like that could happen.
Sure. It is a very real thing. But if you're playing these slop decks, I don't know. I think I really like the idea of trying to fit symmetry into Chud TNT.
Yeah, I think I'd be pretty, especially when you're a Tymna deck. Like it kind of just makes sense, right?
No, I'm kind of surprised that they aren't on that right now. Interesting. I'll add that to my short list of cards. Try to squeeze in there.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. Please go cedhdata.com. I'm sure this website will get built out a lot more, right?
Totally.
Because this is just like very bare bones, but I like it a lot. Like I like what it's trying to do, right?
No, same. Again, like that. This has been one of the problems with Commander for the whole length of the format is testing cards is hard in 100 singleton, right? When games take on average an hour, right? Like trying to get enough games into C cards is really hard, and so just being able to simulate that, this is sick.
And the other thing that I need to talk about is like also like you can theoretically take this data and take it to like ChatGPT and like really delve deep into it, right?
Yep.
Like you can
you build your own agent to just test games against each other kind of thing, right?
Yeah, like you can do a lot with AI with some of this data if you like plug it in correctly of like making groupings of cards and being like, okay, what's the chances I have this grouping of card on turn 2 that's castable? And it's like, oh, that's really interesting.
Okay. Actually, real talk, if anyone in the comments does have a skill, like a GitHub skill for Magic stuff that they're using with AI, I'm very curious. Like I'm curious to see how people are leveraging AI to beat the cEDH metas. So that's that.
I think it's yeah.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Yeah, I think it's only gonna get better or worse depending on your thoughts on AI.
For sure, for sure. AI is making me a lot of money right now, so I'm not complaining.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's a really cool tool.
Yeah, interesting.
Please go support these guys because they are going to have a Patreon. We are going to talk about that a little bit more next month. We'll probably be partnering with them just because I really want to support a tool like this, even though it might be the downfall of humans playing Magic.
Dude, we're to build a perfect chess bot, dude. That's crazy. Yeah. I believe it. I so believe it, dude.
But yeah, it's cool. It's really awesome. Cool tool. I just wanted to talk about it because we have a platform to be able to talk about stuff like that, and I think it's awesome. This weekend we had the Pigeontation.
That was so much fun, dude.
Which was
I had to leave early, bro. I was top of Swiss, bro. I didn't drop a game. Fucking
I know. Dude, our game together made me so mad, bro.
Dude, it was perfect. It was exactly what I wanted, dude. I saw it was my 6th, dude. I saw it and I was like, ooh, this is winning the game, dude.
It was such a perfect 6, dude.
It was exactly what I wanted.
So I don't have the bracket pulled up, but also like if you think about it, the highest elo bronze event that could ever fire, it was definitely
like there was like 20 players or how many players
there was
total, or 16?
I think there was 20 players. Yeah
okay.
No, I think it was actually 16.
Yeah, I think it was 16, and out of that 16 I think everyone in that 16 was in the top 250 for the most part.
Like,
yeah, I think there's maybe one person not in the 250 in the top 16.
Dude, Jason got out of the event and he's like, my win rate went down because of this fucking event, dude.
Yeah. Yep.
Like it was just filled with killers. It was a blast to play. I had a really good time. Dude. But I played Stacks T&D. This deck is really, really fun.
Bro, you had a turn 1 3-ball in our game.
I did have a turn 1 3-ball in our game, and it wasn't enough, which made me really mad, dude. Jax, do you want to talk about your hand and how you got out of turn 1 3-ball?
Oh, all right, totally. So we played a casual game first, right? So I got to see a little. We've talked about this deck in theory, but I got to see it play out. And you had a good stacks piece, right? You had like a Spirit Resistance in our casual game, and so I was mulling in our game, and I was in seat 1. And my 6 was like Land, Soul Ring, Chain of Vapor, Ad Naz, and I think there was like a Dark Rit. No. There was one more piece of fast mana. But it's basically like I had enough lands to get to the Ad Naz if we just like waited behind the stacks, and I had the Chain of Vapor to bounce the the stacks piece. So I was like, literally, I was in between like turn 1 Esper or turn 1 Soul Ring, and I was like, I have to do the Soul Ring in case there's an early stacks piece, and of course, right, I go turn 1, like I see Austin smiling, dude, right, and then I go land Soul Ring, and I watch the smile drop from his face. And I pass, and he goes, "Oh, turn 1 ball," and then from there, I was just able, like, no one else was able to play the game. I was able to resolve an ad nos and one off the back of that ad nos.
My plan in that game, I don't exactly remember, but what was happening in that game was like turn 1 3 ball. It was like turn 2.
You had an OBM, right?
It was like it would have been turn 2 OBM, turn 3 Tymna, turn 4 Delny. Like the game's over.
Yeah, for sure.
Like because I just like had lands and like it was like.
And your OBM
Omega obliterated the table, and it was just like I saw the Soul Ring, and I was like, he's gonna be able to play out of my 3 ball, dude. I'm sad.
Yeah, it worked out well.
But I just wanted to talk about this list a little bit. I've been talking about it a while, and we've been kind of brewing it between a few of us in Denver. Specifically, me and Josh, Josh.
Sick. Okay. Yeah.
Have been like really, really putting time and effort into this list. And
heck yeah.
What I really like about it is that Dargo can sack all your stacks pieces. And that is very, very good, right?
Very good.
It gives you an incredible amount of political favor because when people try to like bounce your stacks pieces, you're just like, hey, hold up. Instead of doing that and unlocking every other player, like,
give me a turn.
I'll just sacrifice it on my turn. So all of you guys are unlocked at the same time, right?
Interesting. Okay, because like it makes sense for me on the turning the corner plan, right? Of like just like you can turn the corner in your stack so much better because you can sack pieces that are stopping you. But that the political piece is very interesting. Okay, where you can be like just wait.
I didn't really think about it until like it was happening, and I was like, hey, just like don't use that piece, like just wait, you know,
because that's not as intuitive for sure.
Yeah, and you're like, okay, I'm just gonna get rid of the piece that you care about the most, right?
Yeah, and then you can save the
I think that's like
for the other
very
players.
useful. But the whole game plan of the deck is basically like turn 1 something, turn 2 very impactful stacks piece, whether that be like a Dranith, an Aethersworn Canonist, Tax Collector, kind of just gets you a game, no matter what. Like it gets you a turn. It can be Thalia.
Interesting. So I was like, to say, how is Thalia, Tax Collector, and Static or Sphere of Resistance? Have those been incredibly good?
So specifically, I really like creatures that are stacks pieces in this deck, and we'll get to that. We'll get to that for a reason later. But I really like Thalia. I was using Thorn of Amethyst, and I think Thalia is better.
Okay, interesting. It's cheaper too. That makes sense.
It's cheap. Well, no, it's the same.
And it's a Tymna attacker.
Yeah. But it's a Tymna attacker, which is like very.
It's a really good. It's a really good Tymna. Okay, it's a good Tymna attacker too. First strike's incredibly relevant here too. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So then you can also play Archon of Emeria. Aven Interrupter is a really good card. You get to play like Mayhem Devil to keep the boards clear. You can play Orcish Bowmasters to keep the boards clear. Like Opposition Agent is good enough in the deck. I think that I do want an Aven Mind Sensor in here as well.
Okay, yeah.
As just like another good Tymna attacker.
Yeah, Smalls was talking about this. That's one of the only stacks pieces he runs in Dog Thras, and he says it's like it is one of the most impactful stacks pieces because everyone is
it's really good. It's really good, right?
Yeah.
You get PFB because like your whole plan is to like stacks out the table and then just start swinging with Tymna, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So PFB is really good. Sephiroth is a combo piece in the deck. Yep. It's like a Dargo outlet. So we'll get back to that. We'll get to that in a second, just because like you want to have...
why Sephiroth over the like warp one that costs 1?
I like Sephiroth because it can draw a card as well, and it's a 3/3.
Okay.
Right. But I do think that the warp card might be worth looking at more. Actually, like
it just lets you combo a little bit faster,
Ardent or whatever it is.
Yeah. It's like 2 and a black, warp 1, and it targets is the one thing. That might be like it can't win through one ring. This one also targets?
This also targets.
Okay, yeah. So it being 1 mana versus 3 mana, but it drawing a card is probably relevant.
Yeah, like it can draw a card. It also draws a card every time that you attack with it too. You have to like sacrifice a creature or something. But like if you have like an OBM token or whatever like that.
Yeah, a voice token.
You get to run Magda. Magda is also really cool. There's also Welder in here. The whole idea behind this deck is because I wanted a Welder deck. Like I really like like mono red prison in pre-modern, and it
sure.
relies on welder a lot.
Are you not on the 2-mana welder, the other one, the one that tutors a 3-drop?
No, it's not good enough. I don't think it's good enough. It was originally on there, but it was originally a welder deck, and we'll talk about that in a little bit, but I don't necessarily know if welder's good enough in the deck, which is super unfortunate because I really like the card. But you can also play like Jolly Balloon Man. You're on like the normal Ruthless Technomancer Deadpool loop. You have Knuckles the Echidna to just like keep making mana, right? You got Rakdos the Muscle as a crazy way to turn the corner. You get to
awesome,
play
dude. I really like Rakdos' card.
Dude, Rakdos won me a game over the weekend. Like I was just like, okay, cool. Yeah, I had Worn Soul Trader Rakdos, and I was like, cool. I'm just gonna exile everyone's library.
Filthy. Yeah. Hell yeah. Okay. Sweet with Dargo, dude. That's so gas, dude. Yeah.
It's so sick, right?
Is Wandering good enough?
What's up?
Has Wandering felt good enough? I know. Okay, sweet. Because I know that it's been back and forth, and I'm playing it not.
Well, because like it's also a turn the corner piece, right? You like land Wandering Archaic, and then you're just like, all right, cool. I'm gonna start casting spells. Good luck countering anything.
Sure. It's another silence. Yeah.
I also think that like if you're trying stacks out the table, like Wandering Archaic just kind of slows down the game because people get really, really nervous around it.
Sure, and no one wants to give you a tutor, and
Yep.
Okay, interesting.
I do think Scheming should be in this deck 100%.
Okay, I was literally just about to bring that out as we were just talking about Scheming. Okay.
Yeah, well, because I built this list a while ago before I started realizing how good Scheming is as just a top deck tutor.
Sure.
But yeah, Scheming's not in the deck yet. I think it should be. You're on some instances in sorceries. I really like Fire Covenant in the deck because like you are on the Tymna plan, and like you were saying like a board wipe.
Yeah, you were saying you like Fire Covenant for like 21 or some shit, right?
I have cast this thing and spent 21 life multiple times to just like wipe the board. Okay, except for my board, right? It just being like,
okay.
I have
one side
like the board is open for Tymna. Yeah.
Sure. How's Redirect Lightning been for you?
Redirect Lightning is really good because it like if you have a rule of law and someone tries to bounce your stacks piece, then you can Redirect Lightning it. It just like defends, right?
Okay, sure. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Which I think I really like. Also, cool card, and we'll talk about that later, is Felia. Actually, we can talk about it now. Felia is incredible in this deck because you can just like, if you have like a Voice of Victory down and then also like an Archon of Emeria, you can like swing Felia, bounce your Archon, start developing more stuff, go to your end step, your Archon comes back.
Archon comes back in. Okay, sure. Yeah. Bounces the rule of law stuff. Okay. Interesting.
So, it also like it can bounce some interesting things. Like it
is there a conversation for the Containment Priest piece? Is it Containment Priest that stops creatures? Because that like might be actually like on a stacked out board. Felia Containment Priest is probably pretty darn good. I'm just like I played Death and Taxes for a little bit back when Death and Taxes was good.
I also really like this. This has flash, so like maybe.
Well, it has flash and it answers to the battlefield tutors, right? Which is like sometimes some of the stuff that the rule of law decks run into, right? Is someone like Court of Callings or something after everyone else is tapped out.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. I mean, it also like it's actually that's a really good idea just because like I think this is the deck's like worst matchup unironically is another stacks deck.
Sure. Okay. Sure.
Like specifically, like Time fucks on this deck because you're just like
Time eats this deck. Yeah. You do Times. You do all Times business for it, right? And you're not on.
Exactly.
Are you on Cursed Totem?
Exactly. Yeah. But we'll go into some of the stacks pieces that I'm really liking.
God Pharaoh statue. No way. Are you hard casting?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Are you hard or welder get into play? Sure.
So we can welder into play.
Sure.
We can use Magda to put it into play.
Sure. Okay.
Also, like the deck does just make a lot of mana, right? Like
okay, I guess with like Knuckles and stuff, and the game's going
like Warren Soul Trader, all these cards like do make a lot of mana.
Sure. I want to see you.
I really liked using Warren Soul Trader plus a Orcish Bowmaster into someone's Rhystic Study, and you're like, cool, I just have basically infinite mana as long as you keep being greedy.
Sure. So it's basically a tithe, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I think Chalice, if you can like play a Chalice on 0 on turn 1, is really devastating for people.
Okay, but also Chalice on 1 to protect all your stacks pieces is
it
like
stops
is
every
like
bounce effect
everything, like literally game. All with the exception of Rift. So you just have to dodge Rift.
Yeah.
Like that's really hard to deal with.
So I've also hit a chalice. Like this has been a game that I've played. I played turn 1 Soul Ring, chalice into, or sorry, it was turn 1 like pedal Soul Ring, cracked pedal for Vexing Bauble, tap Soul Ring for chalice on 1, and it's like, oh, the game's over.
Yeah, the game's over. Yeah, no, and especially if you're seat 1, right? If you're ahead of everyone.
Oh, they're just like dead, right?
They literally can't play the game. Yeah. You can't play anything on 0 or 1, and it's land pat. Yeah. There's no way. I don't know how you play the game, dude. Yeah, that's definitely over. Okay.
So yeah, I think Chalice is really underplayed. Like, I think it's a really cool stacks piece. Vexing Bauble is just incredible, right? It's really, really good. Damping Sphere is incredible. Sphere of Resistance feels good. Very, very good.
Interesting. Okay. How much is
Trinisphere? 3-ball feels really good. Godfair statue obviously feels dumb.
Okay. Does it in Godfair hits everything? Okay. And Thorn is not just non-creature spells and cost 2?
Thorn is non-creature spells, yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay.
Then we go on to the enchantments. You're on Deafening Silence because all of your win lines actually play through Deafening Silence. It's not a problem.
Sure. High Noon is filthy too.
High Noon is a concern though. The only reason why I think High Noon might not make it into the final deck list is you can't sack it with Dargo. Like, you have to use its own mana to sacrifice it, which I think is a thing, right? But it is a concern.
It killing Nas players and stuff too, or like removing like a flash enabler is also kind of a thing. But that is a concern that you can't sack. I thought Dargo sacked enchantments too. Okay.
Yeah, gotcha. Unfortunately it does not. Blind Obedience is also just like a good card in the slot meta, but it's also oddly enough, if you're it is a combo piece if your like win lines are Phyrexian Altar and Burgi at the same time.
Or Soul Trader.
Soul Trader does not work.
You need Soul Trader plus Burgi. Yeah. Soul Trader plus Burgi, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Soul Trader plus Burgi would work.
Or Relic kind of thing, right? It's another.
Relic is not in this deck.
Oh, Relic's not in this deck. Interesting. Oh, it isn't. Okay.
Yeah.
You might be able to take High Noon out.
It probably should be eventually, but it's fine, right?
Yeah. I think it probably should be though, because you have so many legends, right? Like, you got so many people. Like, you got all of the good legends that tap down and power stuff out too, right?
Yeah, that's probably true.
Right, because
Also, you'll see a notable 2-mana like Orzhov legend that's not in the deck because your plan is to have a fucking
Rule of Law
into play. So there's not a Lotho in the deck, which is really funny.
Sure.
But I think the biggest change that we've made to the deck from version 1 to version 2 of this deck was adding like 4 more lands.
Oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay. Wow, you run like 23 lands in a stacks deck? Yeah.
When you're playing stacks, you need to be hitting your land drops every single turn, right? Like, literally every turn.
It's like a control deck, right? Like a control deck, you need to be keep grinding the advantage, right? Or else you're losing the game.
Yep.
Yeah. I think I agree cutting High Noon. I think High Noon, I think Relic should be in there.
Yeah, the thing is if you like land a turn 1 High Noon, like, some decks just fold.
I don't disagree with you there, but I think you have such a high density of other Rule of Law effects, right? That like cutting one, I don't think hurts it that badly.
The other option is instead of High Noon, I could play Phyrexian Censor.
Okay.
So here are the other options. Like, you could play Aven Mind Sensor or Phyrexian Censor.
I would do Aven Mind Sensor before Phyrexian Censor though, probably.
Yeah. I also really like the idea of Yawgmoth in the deck because it just like keeps the boards clear again, and it's kind of a draw engine. It's still good.
I'm obsessed with Seize the Spotlight, but it's probably not worth the slot. I love that card. That's why I would play Dargo, because you run so many sack stuff too, right? Like, I don't know.
So this was also a hot suggestion.
Okay, I see that being pretty good.
This is for the audio listeners. Winota is a very interesting card in the 99.
I do see that, or like, I see that being really good there. Like, maybe over like something like Wandering, or I don't know, another big mid-range piece.
Yeah, like, it's just like another way to turn the corner. Like, I think Tax Collector could probably come out eventually. Like, it's not like the best thing, but what I really like about Tax Collector is you can turn off activated abilities from things too.
And you're not on Curse Totem right now, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Are you on any big removals besides Fire Covenant? Just Fire Covenant and the Pyros?
The Mayhem Devil and the OBM.
Oh, sure. Yeah. No swords or anything though, right?
No swords, no.
Yeah.
But I also like Felia Tax Collector is kind of sick, right?
Sure.
But like Felia Aven Interrupter is kind of interesting. It's like kind of bad. I think a lot of time. I don't know.
Personally, I would probably bump Tax Collector for like something like Containment Priest or Aven Mind Sensor, and then I'd probably cut High Noon for either the Phyrexian Sensor, yeah, or the Phyrexian Center or Winota, like depending on what, like if you want to go more proactive or something.
Oh, but yeah, there's also like we can go Blood Artist and some like Molten Gatekeeper is interesting. Actually, in reality, Molten Gatekeeper might actually be the choice because it can be unearthed, and I'm already on like the Entomb plan.
Okay, actually, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Because the decks where I was running that, I was like, for me, it's like Mono Black Braids was what I was running, that pingers. So that actually is probably way better than the other one. And it gets through One Ring, right? Or no, because it does damage, not Lost Life.
It does damage, yeah.
Yeah.
But
it doesn't. Yeah, but it doesn't target.
The deck is really, really cool. I'm a very big fan of playing it, and I actually I really do think the deck is kind of good, which is crazy.
No, I think the deck really has legs because it can answer the slop decks and it can answer the turbo decks, right? Which is that, and that seems to be most of the meta right now.
Yeah, 100%. I think that it's like the question is like how do you get through like being the villain, right? Of being like, yeah, I'm stacking out the table. Right.
But I think that's where Dargo actually is like a real answer to that, right? Because you can be like show me removal pieces, right? And I can cast Dargo and sack this. We really need this. Just recognize we're unlocking other players, right? Like you got to really have that conversation a lot more, right?
Oh, I also think Karn is insane.
Karn's busted. I think more decks should be on Karn. Karn shuts down so many decks, dude. Right? Like, because like even if it gets removed, it usually removes 2 rocks before it gets removed, anyways.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is like, it's so good. Yeah.
It's very cool. Oh, also you get to play like Forsaken Miner.
Okay.
So what this is you play Forsaken Miner. It's Forsaken Miner, Sephiroth, and a sack outlet.
Sure.
You can kill everyone.
Sick. Okay. Sick.
Yeah. And what I really like about this is you're not casting more than one spell.
It's an ability, it just puts it back on the battlefield. Okay. Yeah. Whereas like Grave Crawler, you're casting it each time.
Correct.
Interesting.
So Sephiroth and Sephiroth targets, so that's like committing a crime that brings your miner back. And then you sack it to Soul Trader and you like keep doing that loop.
Gotcha. Okay. Sure. So
it's also like it's like commander agnostic, right? Like you don't have to cast Dargo for that. Like over and over again, it doesn't feed Ristics. No, Dranith is right here.
Okay. I was gonna say, I was like, what the? Okay, cool. That makes a lot more sense.
Dranith and like Aethersworn Canonist is also just a
busted.
Magic
busted. It's such a good card. Good. It's so good. Yeah. I'm thinking about. I might run that in Dravi too.
But yeah, I don't know. The deck is really, really cool. I think that they're
dude. There's so many cool synergies, right? Like Felia Tataru is dope. Like, this deck's sick. Like Facebreaker's so good in this deck too. Like Facebreaker when you're making so many treasures, dude. Like
Facebreaker Knuckles is just like,
dude, so filthy, bro.
Yeah, we're just going, dude.
Yeah.
I also really like Felia Wishclaw. You can target.
Oh, it goes back to you.
And then you activate Wishclaw, give it to someone, then it blinks, and then it comes back to you.
Dude, that's sick. Okay. All right, that's sick. I like that a lot.
Felia Alter the Wretched. If it's like in play already, you can like Felia cast Dargo again. Flicker your altar.
Wishclaw your turn too then, right? Because you can.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. End step to it. Okay.
There's a lot of really cool things with this deck. Like I'm a big fan of it.
I honestly, I think I'm gonna cut God. I'd cut God for a statue personally too. I believe you that's good enough, but I don't believe you.
But if you like land a Godfair statue, the game's over.
For sure, but like, all right, but like let's say like just opening up slots, right? You cut the Welder, you cut Godpharaoh statue, you cut High Noon, and you cut Tax Collector, right? And like those 4 slots, like I think Relic needs to be in the deck. I think, I would put Containment Priest, Aven Mind Sensor, and I'm not quite sure what that last card would be. Like probably just some Scheming Symmetry.
Yeah,
it is cool. Dude. Don't get me wrong, but it's a 6-drop, dude.
Bro.
I want to cut 4 drops, bro. I don't want to see a 4-drop, and it's a 6-drop. Sure, but like, what else
it's
is
not
Welder
ever a
doing
6-drop, right? Like it's not that. It's in the graveyard for Welder.
Sure. But like, how often is like I don't know. I'll throw out some games on it, but I don't believe that it's that's consistent.
Yeah, but Welder also like I think that Welder's really interesting because like it keeps your Phyrexian Altar alive, right?
Sure, it gets your pieces back. I don't.
It gets your pieces back. You can like keep Weldering your Altar of the Wretched back, right? Like
if Welder had haste, I'd be like no brainer for sure.
Oh yeah, dude, that'd be sick.
Right. Yeah, but it's the no, like yeah, and the fact that you don't run the 2-drop one, that one's not quite good enough, and that does the same thing where it saves your Phyrexian altar. Like applying that same logic to Welder.
Yeah, but that's like 3 extra mana every time you do it.
No, that one, it doesn't just tap and swap as well. But it can only do 3 drops.
So. Goblin Engineer.
No, yeah, it taps and swaps.
It's 1 extra.
It costs 1. Oh, okay, 1 extra mana. Sure.
It's 1 extra mana, and it's 1 extra mana to cast.
I think if that one's not good. I think if that's not good enough, I don't think Welder's good enough either, personally. But I know you want it to be a Welder's deck,
especially as a 2-drop. That's the problem.
Okay, sure. When you're playing all the stacks pieces.
I mean, eventually it probably gets cut, right?
I think so too. I think eventually you cut that.
Yeah, I mean, like maybe it's like Eidolon.
Yeah, I think Eidolon could see would make Eidolon over High Noon. Sure.
The thing is like actually like playing this deck, it shits out mana. Like it really does shit out mana.
All right. Fair. That's fair.
Like in reality, I think I should be on either.
I need to test it. I haven't played the deck at all. Right, I've only seen it played against.
So
I can't really say.
Is it could be that I'm supposed to be on Burn Offering and Sacrifice so I can just get my Godfair statue out faster.
All right, there is an argument for that too, and there's a couple other big fat stacks pieces too, right? There's like you're probably not playing Phyrexian, the Portal.
Oh, Portal right? Phyrexia? No.
Yeah, you're not playing Portal. You don't care. Yeah,
you don't need that when you have a Fire Covenant that you can spend 21 life for, dude.
But isn't there like Word of Bones or whatever? That's like a 5-drop that also makes everything cost 2 or something like that. I played a lot of casual weird stack shit, dude. Fucking play against Kyle for so long. I've seen so many weird stacks pieces. Same with Portakillis. Have you seen Portakillis? We've talked about Portakillis, right?
Yeah. We've been in a game where that card threw the game to you.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. I love that card. Yeah, but like, all right, maybe being on Burnt Offering or Sacrifice to power those out with like Word of Bones and like maybe one other big one. I could see some argument there. But, I mean, you're probably right.
You're probably right. Like Welder and Godfair statue could probably come out for like Mind Sensor and Phyrexian Sensor, right? Like
well, or even like Scheming, right? Like Scheming Symmetry probably deserves just a spot there too.
Yeah,
with being a Tame deck.
I also really liked the idea of Arachne. Have you ever seen this card?
No. Interesting. Okay.
So it's a Spider-Man card.
Okay.
And it's web slinging 1, so you can cast it for 1, or it's 3 mana.
Other than creature. Okay.
As it comes into play, you look at an opponent's hand, then choose a card from another type other than creature.
So you got to look at that. Looking at the hands. Okay, awesome.
Looking at the hand is really interesting, and then stacking out one specific type is really cool to me.
Okay, I like that a lot, right? Because if you hit instants and stuff when you need if you need a silence kind of thing. Okay, interesting. Mm-hmm. And the web slinging I think is really convenient, especially with you being on the Tymna plan.
Yeah. I don't think it actually gets a spot in the deck because it's like a little too niche.
Yeah, but, sure.
Yeah. The other thing is
it's just like another rule of law. Okay, interesting. Magus Moon. I mean, a lot of decks do just like straight up fold to Blood Moon, right? Like I think that's one of the things that we haven't seen. Like a good Blood Pod player, we haven't seen like a big Blood Moon deck in a while.
The problem with Magus though is that like it like cucks me too. You know?
Yeah.
Like unless I already have the treasures going, then like Magus is really bad for me.
And then like it also doesn't help like the Magna matches, right? Like some of the the possible the monocolor decks are probably some of the harder matches for you anyways because it's some of the activation ability, right? Like
which is probably why I'm supposed to be on Mind Sensor.
Right? I really think you're supposed to be on Mind Sensor. I
Mind Sensor and Oppo. It's kind of hot.
Yes, I really think you should be on, and then I think you should be on Scheming too, right? Because like you're running all the ones to block it plus your Tymna deck, right? Like there's enough. Yeah. I think Goblin and Godfair statue can go, but I understand liking them too, though. They're fun cards.
Makes me sad.
I know.
You're probably
play
right,
Arkham,
though.
dude. Just play Arkham.
No, Arkham. No, fuck that.
What do you mean? Activation decks are great, right?
Yeah, but yeah, so that's like T&D stacks. I think like it's just like a project on the back burner at all times. But I will say like I won a decent amount of games this weekend.
The deck really does. I think it does have legs, right? Like
it does do
like, but I think it has legs for sure.
Like it does just kind of do a crazy thing, right? Like artifact stacks is a thing that's like very criminally underexplored in our format.
Very much so. Like Urza, I think Urza there I think has some real legs too.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but Urza's playing like that weird shit, like Winter Moon and stuff like that, and Stasis.
Sure.
But
like
that's if they're playing Stacks at this point. Which at this point, I'm like,
most of them aren't.
Most of them aren't.
Just,
yeah.
Which I don't disagree, because you don't want to be the public enemy when you get in there.
Right. But yeah, I don't know. Cool deck, really fun. It's really fun to play. I know not for everyone else in my pod, but I'm having a good time. But yeah, I think it was really cool. Look for updates in, a few months when hopefully we get another Stacks piece that might be useful, which will never happen because Wizards doesn't ever print Stacks pieces.
No, they're tiptoeing around it. I think they'll screw up the print. Like Karn was relatively new. Same with
was he?
Yeah, Karn was he? Maybe not.
2024? No, this is not the right. Hold on.
No, there was a printing before that. Maybe not. It was the first printing.
War of the Spark.
I think.
Which is
was there one before it?
I don't think so. 2019. That was 7 years ago.
All right. You're right. I'm old.
I think the one that like actually has been printed recently was Arachne, and that's like an interesting like thing.
Okay. They printed another blind obedience kind of effect too, right, on the creature, the 2-drop, but it's blue. It's like a white and blue.
Yeah. They Spider Woman.
Yeah.
Which if the hybrid mana change happens, then maybe Spider Woman sees a play.
Okay, yeah.
Because I think Spider Woman is flying.
It's like, well, I don't know actually.
Click here to search again without legality. Yeah, where are you? Wait, did I not just add you to the deck? Nope. Yeah, she's a flyer.
Okay, she's a flyer, like which is an attacker.
Yeah, very useful. If the hybrid really change like this card probably ends up seeing play.
Interesting. Okay.
But yeah, it's a cool idea.
Sweet. Yeah, I like the deck a lot. I actually genuinely might sleep this up. I'm looking for a Stacks deck. I've been talking to Josh about Tame. I played a couple of rounds. I want some answer to.
Dude, imagine if you're like sitting at fucking. Oh my god, dude. The thing is there was like 2 months ago. There was a few times where I'd sit down and there was 3 Stacks decks in my pod, and I'm just like, oh, I want to die.
Interesting. When was this, dude? I was like,
it was dude. It was like a game. It was like I was playing this. Josh was playing Tame, and then there was like a Dahlia and the Gitrog monster, and we're like, what are we doing?
All right,
all right.
So we literally let's just draw now. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll take draw. Let's go next. Sure.
So like, I think Stacks, like, you want it to be like this weird boogeyman. But like, you don't want us to be prominent.
No, you don't want 4. You don't want 4 Stacks deck. Sure. Well, it's literally all right. So like my real only experience playing Stacks is inside out of like Timid, and that's not really a Stacks deck. I just like it's like light Stacks kind of thing. And like I did light Stacks and Drevi too. But I think like I'd like a full dedicated Stacks deck just for shits and giggles. Yeah. Just something to make people angry.
It's cool. It's fun.
Yeah. I like this more than your Trog deck for sure. I think this, and then like in Swiss and stuff.
Trog is so hot, dude.
No, Trog is hot, but like I personally hate Trog because I was like, dude, the fucking dude,
Yeah, everyone hates Trog because it can actually put a Godfair as a statue into play on turn 2.
This deck actually wins, though. Right?
This deck actually has like a game plan of winning. Yes, that's
for
true.
sure. The Trog deck doesn't win, right?
Yeah.
And then you also get to sit down in Swiss, and like if people don't know you, they're gonna think they're gonna mull for regular Tame Dargo.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
Right. Dude, and then you just like you get them with the bait and switch, and like that's pretty hot. Like that honestly will get you 1 or 2 games in Swiss. No.
Yeah.
No
could you imagine being like, all right, I have to deal with Tame Dargo. Like I need to prepare for a turn 3 push, and it's like, all right, here's a 3-ball. You're like, oh, what?
Fuck. Yeah. Right. This is not what we prep for. Because like, dude, like Fishbowl, where it's like a much more turbo meta, right? Like you sit down and like there's one kid in player, they think they're against three fucking turbo decks, right? And then you play the Stacks, and everyone's screwed. And I feel like you get some gotcha moments that are pretty.
It's kind of sick, right? Like it is cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. So on the 29th, we are supposed to have a BNR that Commander is supposed to be a part of.
Sweet. Okay. Do you think because of the hybrid mana change? I think if we're gonna get that, do you think that's happening here? Or do you think...
I don't think so. From what I understand, the last like conversation they had about it, the last announcement, they said there was not enough like backing behind it. I realistically don't think the hybrid change is ever going to happen because there was not enough backing.
Personally would love that not to happen. It opens up. I don't know, like new cards, dual card access is nice, but like I enjoy it being.
Yeah, I think that I like the hybrid mana change. I really don't think it affects the format all that much. Like realistically, Like it's
Manamorphose sees a lot more play.
Yeah, yep. Manamorphose sees a ton more play, right?
Yep.
Also,
Wild
Cantor might see play in Farm because we'll get to some other cards that we're going to talk about. Farm's experimenting.
Farm is playing some stuff, dude. Farm's been doing great, but Farm has lost its boogeyman status. I think. I don't think it's universally expected as the best deck. It's still damn good. Don't get me wrong. Like I don't think it's a bottom tier deck. It's still very much a top tier deck. But I think it's down to like number 3.
If you watched the Patreon episode last week, we talked about like our top 5 decks, like by our perspective, like no data, just vibes, right?
Yeah. Okay, and ranking.
I think all 4 of us put Farm as the number 3 deck.
Yep, that checks out.
Yeah.
Kinnan and Rogsai are probably up there.
Yeah, so it was Kinnan from everyone except for me was number 1, and I said Rogsai is.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. The issue is like Rogsai warps the game. Everyone mulls for Rogsai accordingly. Right?
And that's exactly what I said. I was like, look, I think Rogsai is actually, like, if we were talking about pure power, Rogsai is the best deck in the format, but we have all collectively accepted it's the best deck in the format, so it can't be.
For sure. Right, it just gets stuffed, right? And yeah, this is where I do like the Farm over Rogsai, just because if you get your Adnos get stuffed, you still have the Timna backup plan, right?
Yep.
Which is where it just Rog does it a turn and a half earlier.
But so I don't know, hybrid mana change. Maybe they try out Wild Cantor. I doubt it. I don't know. Like I think it's interesting, but like that's super questionable to me. Like realistically, I think that Wild Cantor would get to see play in Tymna Dargo, and that's a lot more interesting to me than something else, right? Like they for sure would play that card.
Yeah, absolutely. We should just buy it. We should buy that card out now.
Yeah. I don't think it's gonna happen.
I don't think it's happening either. But I think it's very unlikely. Yeah.
There is a lot of talk, and if you look at like the top deck leaderboard, have you noticed this? That a lot of people's names are Banristic study.
Yeah, I borderline was gonna hop on that train. To be real, I'm kind of on board with that at this point.
I'm like on the fence at this point. Like if it really makes people think that it will fix the format, then like, first of all, okay,
let's try it.
If you think that the format needs fixing and then that decision will fix the format, then sure, I'm down to try it.
I don't disagree with you. I think the meta right now is actually at a fantastic spot. That everything there's so much stuff is playable right now.
100%. I think that if you like look at the top deck leaderboard, then you can like absolutely notice that like every archetype is viable right now.
Yeah, totally.
I think that the best argument that I've heard of banning Rhystic Study is that it is worse for spectators.
Sure. I still think my favorite fix to the Rhystic Study is routing it to being legendary. Like that is like, because I think everyone having one Rhystic Study, I don't think is as big of a problem. It's that when everyone has 2 Rhystic Studies and a tithe, that's just like for spectators and getting the game to finish. It's just like at least my tournament experience where I felt like the window was the first 15 to 20 minutes of the game, or it was at the end of the clock, the 80 minutes. Most windows were there, and that to me was frustrating. Is I liked the game when there was like a where you could find windows throughout, like that 80 minutes.
Sure.
Right, as like a tournament player, that was like a lot more frustrating to me because like if I miss that 20-minute window, then I know I just have to sit here and be super patient for the next 80 minutes.
Yeah,
which like. Meh, right? Like just as a game experience, it's like solving the puzzle, right? Like you've heard the game design shit, where like if you can mentally solve the puzzle before it takes the game actions to actually solve the puzzle, right? Yeah. That's a bad puzzle. It's frustrating, and that's kind of a little bit of like how I was feeling with cEDH there, where it's like they're kind of understanding where the puzzle's going to go, but I have to sit and wait for another 60 minutes to actually play it out.
Yeah, that makes sense. So I don't know. Like I'm agnostic towards it. Like if it happens, it happens. I actually think that some of the decks that I play get significantly better if I
for sure.
This, right?
Yeah.
Like absolutely. I think that Tymna Dargo stacks list gets fucking disgusting.
So good, dude. Absolutely, right?
Like
because like, you can answer disgusting. The Tymna. You answer the Tymna plan for all the other decks, right? Like you literally have a better Tymna than most Tymna plan than all the other decks, and you shut down so many resources. Yeah, I don't disagree. Yeah.
So I don't know. Like I think that there's like a lot more viability in the format, but I also don't think that you can ban Rhystic unless you ban Necropotence with it.
Sure.
Like I just
because Turbo just goes completely unchecked at that point.
I do not want to see like the Necropotence 6 months before they decide to ban that card as well.
Sure. Because it's a lot of people sitting there and taking 20-minute turns, right? And if you don't have a lot of practice on it, it's a nightmare to watch people fumble those lines.
And this is like not discounting. I think Necro Dominance is fine, right? Like
for
Necro
sure.
Dominance, like there's actual downsides to that card. But
like not being able to win with Breach with Necro Dominance is a huge deal. It's still doable, and it's still a really good card. Don't get me wrong, but like it's just it requires there's so many more hoops to jump through.
Yeah, but like I'm looking at boomerang basics to bounce my fucking Necro Dominance.
I know, dude. That's dude, for sure. Beseech stocks just go up through the roof.
Yeah,
too,
for
right?
sure.
Yeah.
So I think I don't know. There's also the way of like, oh hey, like we should ban the flash enablers because then it hits Necro and Ristic strategies. But
okay, sure.
I don't know. Like I
don't feel like Flash is the big problem though. Like I feel like Flash creates skill, like more skill ceilings.
No,
which I like.
I do think that if you ban Floodcaller and Born, then
and they just have High Fae and
you just
Emergent
have High
Zone.
Fae and an Emergent Zone, then I think like the slop decks get so significantly worse because like yes you can draw all the cards you want, but like you can't win on someone else's turn, so you can't like abuse the ASVAT or like the AppNap.
Sure.
Like you have to push on your turn, right? So
and High Fae costing 4 and
it's
Emergent
a little
Zone.
bit harder for sure.
Yeah, right. Emergent Zone screws mana a little bit harder too, right?
So and Emergent Zone, like unless you're a green
it being
deck,
a colorless
like, good
land,
luck finding fucking Emergent Zone, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So,
but most of the slot decks are green at this point, right? Minus Ragisha.
I not really. Like it was just me that was playing. Like I mean, it depends if you're playing five color slop or like turtles or anything like that, but.
Sure. I guess I'm just skewed to seeing you talk about it playing all the time. Right?
Well, because I'm playing Heartwood dock deck, dude.
Heartwood dot deck, dude. Well, and like also like endurance and like crop route. Like there's a lot of good
cards in green that help the slop idea, but
for sure.
So I don't know. I personally don't think we'll see a ban anytime soon.
I think we might see a couple cards go up to like to game changer lists or come off the game changer list, right? I expect that, but I assume no big changes because I also as much as everyone's complaining about Ristic, I think the meta is like there's a different ham sandwich winning every big tournament. Like it seems
correct
recently, right? Like there's not one. Like again, Kinnon's damn good, right? It's up there. Farm's still damn good, right? But like, yeah.
So looking at this list, like, what do you think could and should come off the ban list? Like, what do you think is safe? But also, like, what do you want as a personal thing?
Dude, personally, I want what's the 3-drop that stops people from drawing more than one card?
Leovold?
Leovold. I want Leovold off the list. I think Leovold would be good off the list. I think it's fine off the list. I don't think it would break anything, and I think it really is an answer to some of the, like, if people are really complaining about ban Ristic, I think we unban Leovold first. Not that I think it is the right answer.
100%.
But like,
I don't necessarily know if Leovold like actually ends up seeing play in our.
I don't
format,
think it does.
But I would like to see more answers or punishment for Ristic than I would like to see Ristic go
before we ban him. I agree with it. It's like I would love Hull Breacher too. I think Hull Breacher just shits on casual formats though, and it would be really game warping in our games. But I think seeing Hull Breacher for a little bit wouldn't be the end of the world, dude.
I think a nice like 2-month testing period of Hull Breacher
with Hull Breacher,
I
think it'd be great, dude. I don't know if I want it in the format forever. My
problem with Hull Breacher is that its color identity being blue is a problem. Like I don't like the fact
I wish it was white.
Yeah, I don't like the fact that the answer to the problem is in the same color. Like I don't like that
for sure.
So realistically, I really wish Hull Breacher would get like reprinted at a different color.
Sure. Like if it was a 4-drop in white, do you think it would still see play?
Possibly.
The exact same stat line. 4-drop
in white is pretty interesting. Yeah, I mean, like that's essentially Tithe, so it's probably playable.
Right? Yeah, 3 in white.
Yeah.
I think that'd be interesting.
So I don't know. I don't think Hull Breacher's ever going to come off the list though. Like realistically,
I don't think so. No. I'm positive it's not. I think Leovold really should come off the list.
I think Leovold could. I think it might happen actually.
I think it's a really good answer. Like I personally would play a lot of I would play like a Leovold deck instantly. Like I would brew that up. I think it would be that would be probably my go-to control deck. I'd build it probably similar to the Chud list.
I think Leovold would be really cool. I think it's also possible. I think Grizzlebrand is cappening. I think that is actually happening.
Really? Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay,
dude.
Okay.
I was like,
all right.
Obviously,
I
was joking the last time. I was joking.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I was like, unban the daddy, and then the fucking last BNR, they're like,
we're thinking about it.
I was like,
yeah, please come to us, dude. Well, just like a dedicated reanimator deck in cEDH would be sick, right? Like,
it'd be so sick.
Like that Demir deck or whatever, the Demir reanimator deck.
The Superior Spider-Man.
Yeah, right. Like I think that all of a sudden starts having. Like I think it opens up quite a few new archetypes. That's very interesting. And it's like I think a deck that could, right. It's not quite turbo. It's not quite slop, right? Like I think it's another cool mid-range
Soul Cauldron stocks through the roof, bro.
Soul Cauldron Grizzlebrand, dude. Crystal Daddy on Soul
Cauldron. So hot, dude. I'm playing Entomb. I'm playing Entomb.
Yeah, sure. Dude, no, I'm playing. I think I'm just going full all-in reanimator Dahada, dude. I think with like Gravestorm and Grizzlebrand, like I think there's just so many good stuff. I also think Bad Dog would be happy, dude. I think Kalia gets scary, dude.
For sure.
Oops, Grizzlebrand's in play. Ooh.
Yeah. So I think Grizzlebrand is happening.
Yeah.
I think that Leovold could happen. My outside shot that I think would be really cool would be Fast Bond, but I don't think it's happening.
Okay, Fast Bond.
I think it could happen in like another year or two.
Okay, interesting.
I want Primetime off the list, but I don't think it's going to happen.
I do want Primetime off the list too. I don't think that's happening. Paradox Engine is never coming off the list. Rafellos can come off the list already. I'm surprised.
Rafellos shouldn't even be there.
No.
There's a lot of talk about Nadu possibly, but I don't think it's happening.
There's zero chance of Nadu coming off the list.
No, dude, okay. So hear me out.
That deck would be deep in number one deck. It wouldn't even be close.
Hear me out.
And I don't want to watch players circle jerk for fucking 40 minutes, dude.
But we're already doing it. That's the problem.
Sure, but like Nadu did it turn 2, right? Like we're doing.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing with Nadu, right?
Dude, give it to me for Drevi, bro. I will exclusively play Drevi if this happens.
cEDH specifically is really good at pivoting towards like away from a terrifying meta, right? Like we are really good at finding answers for the best thing happening in the format.
Sure.
And it pivoting off of that very quickly. I don't think cEDH as a format got the opportunity to punish Nadu as a deck. Do I think it's strong and it would be a top 5 deck in the format? Yes.
Absolutely. I think it would be top 3.
I would agree with you there. The problem with Nadu is it's like play pattern thing, right?
I think Nadu not allowed not as a commander, which I know they're never going to do that. I think that'd be no question. I think
the turducken list would be sick, dude.
100%. And like that being in fucking Drevi would be so much fun, right? Like I'm all for it. I think it being in the command zone and you guaranteeing having access to it with how many options and what that deck does, I do think it's just too consistent. Like you need removal turn 2 every game or Adriana.
Okay, so but hear me out. Like we do that to Rogsai, but it's not removal to counterspell.
For sure. But I mean,
so what I'm saying is that if you release,
and it forces everyone to
release the bird, then the format has to adjust, and like maybe that's a good thing.
Sure, but weren't we just talking about the meta being like pretty damn good, right? Like, do we want to shake up? Do we want to shake it up?
Why not throw a little bit of Nadu in there? You know?
Sure. I mean, like again, I would just go back to probably exclusively playing Nadu though. Like that would be like. I was already there, right? I played Nadu for that month before it got banned, and it was damn like that. That Drevi was awesome, but Nadu by itself, that was.
By no means do I think Nadu is ever coming off the ban list.
Okay, cool.
But do I think that it could? I actually do think it could.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
All right. I think there are multiple cards on the ban list that are far safer. Yawgmoth's Bargain, I think could come off too. That's the
Bargain
6 mana.
Could come off for sure.
That's a 6 mana one. Yeah. I think that's actually also an interesting one because it opens up like some Academy Rector decks that like could be a little bit more interesting. Like I would love to see that.
This is another hot take of mine that I think there's a 0% chance actually happens. Actually, I know it's a 0% chance actually happens.
Okay.
I think Tinker's fine.
Yeah, you're crazy, dude. You're crazy.
There's no time vault.
There isn't, but like
the worst thing that happens is you tinker into a Bolas of Citadel.
Sure, but like how scary is it a turn 1 Arkham or a turn 2 Arkham activation?
Yeah, don't let it happen.
But how scary is a turn 2 Arkham activation, right? Like that.
It's
that is
scary.
like for sure, and that is a guarantee. That's what Tinker is every time, right? It's like
yeah, but it's also a
activation.
sorcery, not an activated ability.
For sure. But like the amount of like turn 1 Bolus Citadels and shit, dude, that just like turn one the game.
Like, all dude, right, we allow Darkrit Necro. Why can't we allow Tinkered Bolus Citadel?
Okay, all right. The more I'm thinking on it, you're right, actually. Because it being a sorcery, I did forget it was a sorcery. I thought it was an instant.
Like, I obviously, like, again, I don't think this is ever happening, right? Like,
I don't think
there are
a lot more cards in the ban list that could come off before that card, for sure.
For sure.
But I don't. Okay, all right. The more I'm thinking,
I don't think it's that bad. I really don't. As long as Time Vault never comes off, then I think Tinker's fine.
For sure, right? And like, it's not that much scarier than a Nas, really.
No,
right? It's not that much scarier than a Necro.
It's just another sorcery. Right. It's another scary sorcery that wins the game, and that's fine.
All right. I'll give it to you. All right, I think that's okay. You're right, and honestly, more cards that do just like flat out win the game probably aren't a bad idea either.
Yeah. And like Recurring Nightmare, which like I think is fine, right? Like I think Dimir, I want Dimir to have better win cons than Thassa's Oracle Decon because I actually think that win con fucking sucks now.
Oh, it's the worst. It's abysmal, dude. All right, well, when you turbo it out, it's really good, but it is scary.
Yeah, but like it's so rare that someone actually wins through the Oracle Decon nowadays.
No. And I'm curious with the simulator, right? Is like we put Thassa's Decon and casting both, right? I'm curious what that.
Oh, it's probably so low.
It's really low. Yeah.
It has to be so low.
I want balance back though, personally. It will never happen. And do I think
balance will never happen? But I also agree. I think
but I would love, dude, like a Zurin orb, just like a Naya or a band deck with Blind Obedience. I think would be really, really fun.
Yeah. But this is another hot take. I think Flash could come back, but I think that it's not ever happening.
No,
I think Flash, okay. So hold on. I'm also speaking from someone that never played in the Flash meta, so like I might be ignorant, right?
That's what I was just about to say. Like literally same. But I think turn like a 2 mana win the game. I don't think Hulk's the right answer anymore. I don't think Hulk is like it's flashed out.
So my problem with Flash, like my like response to Flash now, is that like Flash was around the time where people were playing like hyper synergistic like pile decks. And I think card quality has like overtaken that a lot, right?
Absolutely.
So for you to like be able to flash out, like to cast Flash and win the game with it. First of all, you need to be not in a slop deck. That's a thing because you can't have those.
You can't draw them. Yep.
You also have to add Hulk and like 3 other pieces to your deck, right? And
minimum,
so like
right,
losing like taking 5 cards and putting those as your win, like a total win con in your deck. Like I don't know if a lot of decks do that anymore.
And it's 5 cards that you can't draw 3 of them, right? And
yeah.
Like that's a big issue. Right?
So like, don't get me wrong, I think it is scary, right?
I think it's incredibly good, right? It's a 2 mana loaded gun, right?
For
it's a 2 mana possibly win the game, which is better than what we currently have, which is 2 cards and 3 mana to win the game. Right?
The other thing is that if you like bring back Grizzlebrand and Flash at the same time, then I might have a problem.
Yeah, for sure. Then that Reanimator deck starts looking damn good, dude.
Yeah,
that Reanimator deck looks sick,
I don't know.
Dude.
Maybe that's cool. Like I want a Reanimator deck. That'd be kind of dope.
Dude, Flash and Atraxa, dude. I think you start running a Commander's Beacon or whatever, where you sacrifice it, put it in your hand, and you flash Atraxa out and stupid shit like that.
Be hot, dude.
Like I think that'd be a lot of fun. Like I would, dude. Reanimator Atraxa when we get Gristle Daddy and all that jazz. If we get Gristle Daddy and Flash, yeah, that deck's real good.
It would be cool, right? Like again, I don't. Some of these things that I've said, I think have a 0% chance of ever coming off of the list.
For sure.
Not ever. I think that there's a possibility like way later down the line.
But I think Rafellos can definitely come off the list like right now. Right? Like I think Rafellos come off the list not hurting anyone. I do think Leovold can come off the list right now, and I don't think anyone would care. I honestly probably even wouldn't see that much play him, but I think it's starting to unban some answers for Rhystic Study.
I think Leovold would see play for a little bit, right? Like for a few months.
Do you think it would see play in something like the Chud farm list? Or the Chud TNT list? Right? Like,
I don't know. They're not playing Narset, right? Like they're not playing Narset or Notion Thief.
Sure.
So like probably not.
Probably not. Yeah. And I don't know if Leovold would be good enough as a commander by himself either, but possibly. And like a lot of people I don't know, like I think we talked about this a while back. A lot of people are commenting that like the labeled text of drawing a card when it gets targeted is something that people undervalue. Because I think that also
it has to be
is
an
like
opponent,
big deal.
correct?
I don't know, because if a Fellow Alchemist works with him, that would be crazy.
Sorry, I'm looking it up.
Yeah, I think it is just
I'm
opponent.
like 90% sure it has to be an opponent. Yeah, it has to be an opponent.
Okay, so like, and the fact that it's opponent, I don't think that's that broken either, right?
Yeah,
like,
I mean it's like fine,
like
right?
it's good, right? Like
Yeah.
it's fine, maybe good, right? But I
Yeah.
don't think it's broken.
But yeah, so I think like my
And Prime Time
expectations
too.
for this unbanning is Grizzlebrand is like going to be the big one that people are going to be like
Interesting.
fucking hype on.
That'd be
And then I
sick.
think like Raphaelos is probably happening. And
Also, like I don't think Grizzlebrand like breaks the format either. I think it's a fun, sick card. I think it's really good, but I don't think it breaks the format.
Hot take, I actually don't even think it sees play.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I think it sees I think fringe play, but I don't think it sees regular play, right? Like,
I think there's a possible Polyrog deck that happens because of it.
Interesting. Okay.
But
like a Rog Silas deck, like Rog
like a Rog Side polymorph, right?
Interesting.
But
sure.
I don't know, like that's cool.
But like we've been seeing that with Niv too, right? Like it's like I don't think, again, I think it's fine. I don't think it's like broken. I don't think it's bad, but I don't think it's like
Polyrog should already exist. Just like turn yourself into a fucking Prismari, bro.
Dude, right?
Wait, actually, kind of. That's hot. That's hot.
All right, I know this, but at that point, just play Scion though, right? Like I think like Scion is just like the right Prismari deck. Like Scion, because it has like that just that pivot is so
polymorphing a Rog into Prismari would be dope.
Well, and then at that point you already have your Storm count and shit too, right? Assume like you casted Rog and that, so you already have Storm 3 going into the next spell. All right.
Be kind of sick, dude. I might be brewing hot, that, dude.
All right.
That might be a LobbyCon deck that's happening,
dude. Or like, what if it was like a Dargo Silas polymorph deck, right? Can you make that work? Possibly. I guess Rog's just better. Rog's probably just better at poly.
Dargo, yeah, I think it's just Rog. Rog is just
I think Rog is too. Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know. We'll see on next. I think it's next Monday is when it's supposed to happen. If it happens,
okay, 6. So right after Fishbowl Day. That's awesome. Okay.
Yeah. So I guess when we're all flying home is when it's probably going to be announced.
Interesting.
So I'm excited. Yeah. We'll see what happens if things get banned. You know, the format will change, and things get unbanned, then the format will change,
so
right?
If you were to put like an odds, what do you think the odds of Ristic Steady getting banned are? I think it's like less than 30%. I would even go as low as like 25% would be like what I'd put. Like I know there's a lot of people calling for it, but I still think it's very unlikely that's happening.
So I think the fact that there's not its own cEDH ban list, I think the percentage of chance that Ristic Study gets banned is like around 20%.
Yeah. Okay. And
my
the fact
thing
that
is that there's enough people on the panel that like dearly love the card that that's the problem. For my opinion, is that like there's gonna be enough people on that panel that are like, if you don't want to play against Ristic Study, just don't play against Ristic Study. You know, I said this a long time ago, and I kind of still believe it. Like obviously Ristic is making me reconsider. But I am a firm believer that I don't think we'll ever see something actually get banned again, unless it's something super egregious like Nadu.
I kind of hope so, right? Like I want more stuff off the ban list, and I think like a little bit of the point of the format is to do the most broken shit you possibly can in Magic, right?
Mm-hmm. I think that I'm like less confident on that statement than I once was, but I think it's like really possible that they just are like realistically, I think that there might be like I think they might explore like a bracket 5 ban list versus actually banning things.
I'm curious about that. Okay.
Like I think that they'll explore that as a function, specifically because like that way people's like
isn't that what the game changers are supposed to be though?
Yeah, but like it's only to bracket 3, right? So like bracket 3 is like protected against certain cards. Or under bracket 3 is protected against certain cards, and like if you like make a bracket 5 ban list that it is like a cEDH ban list, then you can unban a lot of cards and ban a lot of cards, and like just say, hey, like this is a bracket 5 list. And I think it's not what I want to see happen, but I think that it is something that they would explore. Mainly,
my only issue there is it's just like that our pipeline to grow cEDH, and it becomes atrociously hard after that.
My only reason why I'm thinking they would explore that versus like straight banning cards is that like this is really really shitty to say, and I need to just like premise this or preface this, but like
sure.
If they ban Ristic, a lot of casual players just like lose $100 card, and like
but that's a real thing, right? Is like
I don't think they want to.
I know, no, right, and like yeah, like I think that the financial piece is like something that they try not to take into account.
Yeah,
but like that's a real thing, right? Is like someone, especially is like if like the amount of casual players that probably have bought a Ristic Study in the last month, and then this happens, kind of thing, right? Like I understand, like I would be at the point where like I'd probably if that $100 was like make or break it for me kind of thing, I'd be at the point where I just don't play the format anymore. Right? I get frustrated and be like, okay, I can't trust this.
I mean,
right?
like,
and so it's like, and I understand that of being like a scary thing.
Well, and like that card like literally just like goes up in flames, right? Like if it gets banned out of Commander,
literally,
like
it goes down to nothing. It literally is worth nothing.
I mean, like I'll be very honest. Like when I bought my Ristic Studies, like I bought a bunch of them, but it was when I was playing kitchen table Magic with 12 players in 2010, and it was 50 cents. Like
yeah, sure.
And
Which
so
is
like,
yeah,
but like if you ban that card out of
right?
Commander, it goes down to 50 cents.
50 cents.
Yeah.
Because like literally no other format it sees play.
In reality, it's probably cheaper because there's less kitchen table Magic happening now than ever before because of Commander. Yeah. So
agreed.
like, I don't know. I think that like that, and then they've done so many like special printings of Ristic, the confetti foil of Ristic, like yeah. Could you imagine being a casual player that pulled the confetti foil of Ristic and is like playing it, and it's like, oh sick, I'm sitting on $1,000 card right now.
For sure,
and
now
it goes up like this, like it's gone.
Yeah, and it's like literally worth $1 after that. Yeah,
and like as much as like they say that they can like
first
warn about it, they're like, oh yeah, like we're looking at this card, blah blah blah, we're looking at this card. Like it's still gonna be really feels bad for certain players, and I think Wizards is gonna do everything they possibly can to not make that decision.
I concur. I think that makes a lot of sense, and I think the right answer first is I think we need to unban some of the answers to Ristic Study. I don't think maybe not going as far as Hull Breacher, but we either need to start printing more answers to Ristic Study, right? Which is like I do like the idea of like I think there's so many good ways.
Like
there's ways to do it right.
I want a 3-mana Notion Thief that has 2 toughness.
Correct. Yep. And I want it not in blue, right? I like
yeah,
green,
it
white.
Needs to be like it needs to be like red white.
Sure. The issue is farm gets it then.
Yeah, that's shit.
Which probably like I think like green white, right? Like something like that, where like
sure
or like or like red white. It's more answers to run red. Yeah, black white. I can see black white. Black white might be the right answer for it, but then farm runs.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, black white actually like, works because of like some of the weird like Camball stuff. Like is work. Like it does similar types of things.
For sure.
Like Lotho kind of does similar types of things, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know, like I could see that happen, but yeah, I would like to see some more answers to Ristic than Ristic get banned. But we've been saying that about every card of Inhuman existence for our entirety existence of.
But that's also like as a whole,
right?
like I would like that mindset overall for cEDH, right? I don't think banning is ever the right answer. I think just the card pool is so vast and so wide, and there's so many like that. It's being a multiplayer game, like there's enough answers to like really like we also could just start doing the European strategy, right, where it's like we see more than one Ristic Study and all of a sudden everyone starts playing paying for everything,
and so
right?
this is something that like I have talked about. I don't know if I've talked about on the podcast, but during the quest, Pigeon, the redemption event, Pigeon and Zach Adler switched decks. So Pigeon played Rogashai and Zach played Ral during the redemption. Pigeon had a game where he ended up with 3 Mystic Remors and 2 Tithes, and his opponents were like, "All right, the way to get out of this game is just land pass for the rest of the game," and he can't.
Sure.
And it's like that's true. Like it's actually true.
Sure.
People need to
start doing that more.
Like just be like, all right, like slow the fuck down, because like they will just not have enough gas for us eventually,
And in Kinnan and Rogashai or those slop decks, right? You need to counter the Ristic Study like it is a Necro for the most part.
Yeah, 100%.
Like it is their win con, right? And then also if you're playing farm or you're playing other decks that run Ristic but none of the copy effects into the slop decks, go for your plan Bs that aren't Ristic for the most part, I think, right? Like if you like in farm, like that's what I did against all the Rogashais I saw at the Pigeon event, right? Or against the slap decks, I literally just went Nas or full Tymna plan.
Yeah,
right?
100%. I think that
it's just
like
you can't resolve a tie that can't resolve Rhystic.
We'll talk about that in a little bit, but like I think that Farm is pivoting to a non-Rhystic plan lately.
Oh yeah.
No,
I think so too.
So.
Yeah, I think Rhystic is plan B. It's no longer plan A.
Yeah. Well, it's plan C, not plan
C.
B.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
At least is But I want to say something. Hold on, I need to find the actual quote because we were talking about this in one of the Discords that I'm in about. Hold on, where is it? Matt Hayes said something that I want to say about Rhystic Study. I don't know where it is, but he was like saying, hey, like if you really think that Rhystic is that bad, okay. Wait, where is it? I'm trying to find this like quote that he had. Okay, so if you like do truly think that like Rhystic is like the most broken thing in the format, like there is ways to, like to combat it in a way. Like we have the answers for it, right? Like you can play Shieldred, you can play Narset, you can play Notion Thief, like
Reverend Silent, Force of Vigor, right?
Bane of Progress, like there is a lot of answers for this card, and we're seeing none of them actually see play right now.
None. Like
zero of them.
Zero. Mm-hmm.
And so like should we try to let the format correct itself as it usually does and be like, no, like is there an Opus Thief deck out there that exists?
Probably, right? Like Glarb even, right? Like we can see Glarb come back where like Glarb ate those decks for breakfast, right? And that was like a little bit where he was able to run like Reverend Silence and a bunch of the stuff just go over top.
Yep.
And
I don't know. I think that that's like a pretty interesting quote, and I kind of agree with it, that the fact that no one is like everyone's having a problem with this card, but like no one's really trying to answer it. Like I think that is why,
because the issue too is it's like
banned.
Because it's like 50% slot, 50% turbo, right?
Yeah.
And like those decks are so bad against the turbo matchups for the most part, right? Because like you force a Vigor, a Necro, they don't give a fuck, right? They just like still Necro for 25 and just go.
Yeah.
Right. And so like I think that's kind of the downside, but like I'm at the same time, I don't know, like we're seeing this regionally too, right? Like you guys are expecting the fishbowl meta to be very turbo centric, and that slap decks probably won't do as well.
Well, we don't know yet, right? Like the thing is that like Fishbowl is like notoriously pretty quick. Like it usually is pretty fast. But if you look at some of the stats and like the expected decks that people are taking to the event, like it's still overwhelmingly Kinnan. The Utah boys are still like the Utah guys are all going and they're all playing slop.
All running, all rugged shy stuff. Are they 5-color slop now?
I don't know yet. I think they're probably still going to be playing Raw Shy. I think the 5-color slop, Nick Fury's slop is,
I think, better.
Interesting. It's a lot harder than you think it is. Like I think it's better post turn 3, but like it's really fragile on turn 1 and 2.
Sure, and like as much as everyone, I laugh at the Ishai. Like the Ishai beater does put real pressure on the game when it turns into those slop things, right? Like Ishai is an actual threat and like actually a big problem. Which Nick Fury doesn't quite have.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm expecting a pretty diverse meta no matter what, but we'll see. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I'm fully expecting to see a lot of Nick Furies and Crystals.
Crystals?
Yeah, Crystal, the Inhuman princess. It's like the 4-color Vivi. I think she's really good.
Oh, what? No, I haven't seen her. I need to go look at that.
Sorry, you've been on a walkabout, dude.
Dude, yeah, we've been fighting the own demons, dude.
So Crystal, it's a 4-color Vivi, but it doesn't trigger off of rocks. So it's Sans Black, but you get like multiple more curiosities because you get the green curiosities, and then you also get white tutors for said curiosities. So it's like incredibly consistent, but it's worse at storming, but it's like better at control. So I don't know. I mean, I'm like fully expecting to see a lot of Crystal.
Ooh, Logan messaged us to the one card where we talked about Wild Cantern. Have you seen Jack-o'-lantern?
I have seen Jack-o'-lantern. I
think that actually is really hot too. I haven't seen that before because that being Graveyard Hate and being another Wild Cantor effect, except for the fact that it's not a Tymna attacker. So if I'm not in a Tymna deck, I think I like Jack-o'-lantern more.
Jack-o'-lantern is played in a cEDH deck that is very cool.
Which cEDH deck?
It's played in Oops.
Okay, sure.
Because it converts your mana colors.
Sure, yeah. Well, it's another wild Canter effect, right? That makes sense.
Yep.
But wild Canter doesn't cost a mana when you sack it, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. Okay, so
yeah.
not quite 1-on-1. Okay, interesting.
All right, let's get off the ban stuff and talk about some other nonsense, like Cassius Marsh trying to make his own format.
We were talking a little bit about this before we started recording. I think my only question is like, why, right? Like, don't we already have a 1v1 commander format?
Yeah.
It's like, so he wants to change the ban list is like what he's going for. What is that bit? I have a lot of.
I don't really
here.
know. I know that his first event for this tournament or this thing is coming up this weekend, which is crazy.
Competing with Fishbowl, but
in LA.
I have so many questions. How is this different than like dual
commander
right?
or dual commander? Yeah,
or yeah, right, Canadian. Yeah, right. Like there's. I think it is interesting trying to make a new format and not rally more people to some of those formats that already exist.
So I think that he has his own problems with said formats, right? Like he does not like the
you want all the fast mana.
He doesn't like the ban list on both of the Canadian Highlander and dual commander.
Sure.
And I don't know. I honestly, I don't know. I think this is going to fail miserably though, and like it really sucks because this is like someone that could champion one of those other formats or cEDH.
For sure.
And like is trying to do his own thing, and I think this is like a bad idea, but it is what it is.
And then like, all right, so like the other piece too, right? The community driven ban list is we have tried that multiple times. Those have all, for the most part, gone up in flames, right? Like I don't.
I mean, you can't say that when Commander exists, and Commander was a community driven ban list at one point.
Sure.
And like pre-modern is a community driven ban list, or it was.
Okay, is it?
Yeah, I think it still is.
Okay.
Like a lot of the community formats start as a format, and then they get picked up over eventually.
Gotcha. Okay, I guess that makes sense. But like, I still think I don't know. I think it's an interesting play to not go after like why not just try to boost the dual commander or fix the dual commander ban list? Like what are you doing that is that much different?
I don't know, honestly.
If it's like a couple cards different kind of thing, and then like if not, then like you're just gonna see all the old dual commander stuff that was really broken happen in this 1v1, right? Like if we're not banning a Johnny, and there's like I don't know, like there's a lot of like crazy ass dual commander decks that were a shit ton of fun.
I'll be honest, I have zero knowledge of dual commander or Canlander.
Okay, I've been looking about getting into. I was talking to Sylvan about getting into dual commander. I kind of want to play the new Cloud. It's like it's supposed to feel exactly like Death and Taxes from like 15 years ago.
That's cool.
Which is like
that sounds dope.
Right, that's what I want to play. That sounds great.
You want to?
We did. That's why I'm seriously thinking. I'm thinking about picking it up. I think that actually is part of solving some of the issues.
But yeah, I mean, we'll wait and see on how this turns out. I don't have a lot of expectations for it though.
I have no expectations for it. I do honestly wish them the best though. I hope this turns into if they turn this into something cool. I have a lot of skepticism, but at the same time, I'll give it a shot.
The other thing is that if you throw enough money behind it, like if you throw enough prize pool behind it, people will come.
People will start playing it for sure, right?
And the guy has a ton of mana or a ton of money.
It's it's a real thing, right? Like if it is I don't know if there's real money there and it's a fun format. I can get talked into it. I'm not opposed to it. And I think dual commander does have its own problems. I haven't played much Canadian Highlander, but I've heard good things about it.
We have a tab here to talk about a deck that Logan built, but we're running like pretty high on time right now, so I think we're gonna skip that and go to the next week. That way we can actually compare me and Logan's list, because I think that would be pretty fun and interesting.
That would be a lot of fun because you're brewing that right now.
But
too.
If you like Krark decks, you should wait until next week.
That'll be a good. It's a sick Krark list. No breach in the Krark list either, which is hot.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. The last thing that we were going to talk about this week is Displace Your Kitten is seeing a lot more play lately.
It's coming back.
It is coming back, and not in decks that you're thinking it should be in.
Well, all right. So I've seen it in like the control Rog Thras and the control Rog Ishai, right? Of it being another. And I was also seeing Zach Adler run it in Rog Sai as like another mana engine.
As a mana engine, which I think is correct.
Which I think is very interesting.
So I think that's what people are doing still, yes.
Sure.
But there was a deck that I don't have their credits for me or right now, unfortunately, but there was a farm list that was playing Displacer Kitten and Cloud of Fairies.
Interesting. Okay.
And so the idea is that Cloud of Fairies is basically a Memnite that flies.
Sure. It pays for itself.
It pays for itself. And it's a flyer. It's a good Tymna attacker. Displacer Kitten can make it so that every time you're like storming off, you're making 2 mana off of your Cloud of Fairies.
Sure.
It also protects your Breach from Besage.
Okay, that's hot. I didn't clock that one. Okay, that's a real thing though.
It can also like protect your Grand Abolishers from like Talon Gates and Otawara and stuff like that.
Interesting. Okay. That I haven't thought about, and I will have to think about that more. For the most part, right? Because we're talking about this like inside of something like TNT or farm, right?
In farm specifically.
Interesting. In farm, I personally am terrified of 4-drops in farm. Like I have cut the like even down to, I know some people love Ska on farm. I think Tithe is plenty fine.
Well, just like, do you want reactive mana? Like, do you want a passive engine or do you want an active engine, right?
Well,
and like
Displacer
Kitten and Ska are active engines, and Tithe is a
passive engine for sure. No, okay, I guess that makes a lot of sense, right? Do you need would you run Ska, Tithe, and Kitten though?
I don't know.
I feel like that is excessive. I feel like I think at most you can have 2 of them. I think realistically you probably only want 1 of them. Would I run Displacer Kitten over Tithe? No. But I don't know. But at the same time, like, I think this Displacer...
But it is a creature.
It is a creature, right? Which is hard to interact with. And then, like, I guess this is like a more slop version of farm too, of trying to go over top the slop decks versus the silence and go, right? Because like, I
think so.
Because like my flavor of farm that I really like is you're running basically all the silence effects, right? And you're basically, to get through the slop decks, you're trying to just basically slam a silence and go, right? Besides trying to go faster than them.
Yeah,
I think trying to go over a top against the slop decks does terrify me a little bit, just because you're running a lot less removal and interaction than the slop decks are.
I mean, that doesn't have to be true, right?
Sure. I guess you could go back up on Commandeer and Disrupting Troll and stuff. Sure. If you're on these.
Yeah, I mean, I think Clue Farm is like actually a really good slop deck, and people are just not playing it right now.
No, I think Clue Farm's so good because I think if you're on like this in Clue Farm, I'm actually like really hot on, because you're already pretty much trying to run like the whole Hullbreaker and stuff, and you're running all the blue flares and stuff, which is like running more blue creatures for flare in Clue Farm. I think makes a lot of sense. I don't think I'm sold on it in farm.
Yeah. I do. I think it's really interesting though. Like,
yeah, 100%.
I think that like
would you run Teferi with this?
Wait, what's up?
Would you run Teferi, the 3-fairy with this too?
I don't know. I think that's cope, but maybe it's not.
Okay.
I don't know. Like,
interesting.
I think that like the problem is that it's also like once you like land a Displacer Kitten, it's like impossible to get rid of as well.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Strong believer of this in farm. The Narset player. He played this in
Min?
3. Yeah, Min.
Okay.
He used to play this in 3-fairy and farm a little bit. He got me once with it because I was not expecting it. Right?
Yeah, I wouldn't expect a 3-fairy and Displacer Kitten. No, I'd be like, what the fuck?
What is going on in this farm list? He got me good with that one, and it seemed pretty good. I don't know if I'm completely sold. Again, it being a 4-drop terrifies me, but farm does run enough non-creatures. It being on like something like Cloud of Fairies is very interesting as like a colorless, as like a Memnite kind of thing. I think is interesting.
Yeah.
A flying Memnite's dope.
I think that like if you're leaning into, hey, I'm going to rely on Tymna in these like against the slop decks because I don't want them to have access to my Rhystic.
Sure.
Like, I think that being on weird stuff like Cloud of Fairies and Displacer Kitten is like really good in that spot, right?
Well, especially because you're playing against control decks, right? These control players not seeing this stuff before will probably just let it go for like there's no reason to interact.
And also, again, like we were talking about it like a little bit before with like Felia, like Displacer Kitten and a Wishclaw Talisman is a fucked up combination of cards.
Sure, because you activate, cast a spell, flicker it, and then it resolves. Okay. I think if Diffcat resolves, right, I think there's so many things where it just goes crazy. Like, I see it.
I think that like how like there's not very many answers to Dipcat, right? Like,
Yeah, because once it's in play, you can't remove it for the most part. If you set it up well,
you just like it's a split second spell, which like
sure, who's running? Or I mean, what you get the 5 drops red split second spell.
Yeah, you have Word of Seizing, or I mean, you could sun sub it or wipe it away, but like,
sure. Okay. Oh, I forgot wipe away seeing play too. Yeah.
Like they're not like gonna try that on a Dipcat. Like they're gonna try to wait for your Ska or something else. You know?
Sure.
But I don't know. I think it's a really interesting experimentation. We'll see how it works out. I don't know.
I think it makes sense too. It's just kind of like a mid-range buster, right?
Yeah.
Like that's what the card's supposed to do.
It being a mana engine, it also can reset your fish, which is kind of cool.
Okay.
Like there's some can draw some cards, right?
Yeah,
like, there's some things
for sure. It resetting mana rocks, like it is a mana engine for sure. It with claw is really damn cool. I didn't think about that. And then protecting breach. I think the big ones are protecting breach and protecting abolisher though. Like that is like an actual just like closer for it. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Being able to as like a protective piece on your breach is kind of insane.
Because that means against Kitten and stuff, like you're not as scared. Like they can't really stop you. I think I'm still.
Yeah, I mean, like in reality, like if you land a breach under like an abolisher and you have a Dipcat out, like you actually can't lose the game, right?
No, like it's completely impossible for you to lose the game.
Yeah,
which is interesting. I kind of like the idea of this making it to Chud TNT though, right? Where you have access to like shifting and a couple other things. Like I don't know, and another mana engine where you have Thrasios to pump it into. Like I think that to me that personally makes more sense than farm. But
like what kind of decks? What kind of like ETBs is Chud TNT?
Hazel's, Ranger Captain, Taru, OBM, Gilded Drakes, Volatile Storm Drake, any of the clones.
Well, Storm Drake doesn't work with.
Wait, Storm Drake doesn't work with, and then Gilded Drake, it's on the other side. Can you blink other people's stuff?
No, I don't think Gilded Drake works either.
Yeah, so I guess technically those wouldn't work. So it'd just be what Ranger Captain, OBM, Taru. Yeah, okay. Thoracle, Hazel's, and a pinch. Yeah, maybe it's not good enough. And like, but at that point, right, I would probably run the Flare and run Cloud of Fairies and Dipcat though, right? Like I'd go back, but then at that point, then why you should just be closer to the Cradle Farm versions. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's.
I mean, the card's incredibly powerful, right? Like no matter what it is, like it's so insane.
It's such a sick card, sure. Sure.
I'm glad that people are experimenting with it again because I do think it's very good.
I think it's incredibly good, right? Like it is. It being a mid-range buster and another big mana engine in these games, in these slot games, I think is a big deal.
I used to play it in Tevish Thrasios and really enjoyed it.
Oh, it makes tons of sense too, because this in Tevish, bro, filthy.
Yeah,
filthy. Yeah. But I think the last deck that I saw Dipcat in that I didn't have it pegged for was in Wrong Side, and I think it was like there's a couple people, but Adler's list was the first list I saw it in. I'm sure he got it. I don't know if he pioneered that or if someone else came up with it first, but I saw a couple other people running it. Yeah. But it seems interesting.
Yeah.
Especially in something like Wrong Side where it's like the mana is the big issue, right? Yeah. It's like more mana engines. Another mana engine actually makes a lot of sense.
Another mana engine, right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about this weekend. Jax, you're not going. Logan is also not going to Fishbowl 7.
Nope, sadly.
But I'm gonna kind of just talk about I think what everyone's playing.
Sweet.
I think Jordan is landing on Chud's TNT.
That checks out. Yeah. He was in between that farm and Tame
Dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think he's been really enjoying Chud's TNT as a deck. He likes playing with Agency again. Thank the Lord.
Thank God.
Thank the wonderful Lord of Magic the Gathering.
Absolutely.
Jason is either playing Farm or Kinnan. I don't think there's any other way around either one of those choices.
I don't think we'll ever see Jason play anything besides those two in big tournaments for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, I mean, if Nadu comes back, then he'll play Nadu.
Sure.
There's also like an outside chance that he plays Rogsai.
Rogsai, yeah. I think there's a non-zero chance that happens, but I think it's very low, like less than 5.
I mean, the other real thing is that Jason probably doesn't know until the morning of or the night before.
No. Jason will be all set for a deck, have it all sleeved up, and make that split decision the night before for sure. Yeah.
And then I'm most likely playing Nick Fury.
Sick. Okay.
I don't want to talk about which version yet because
Slop. Let's go, baby.
I'm slopping it up, dude. I'm gonna be casting Hunting Grounds and putting a Prismari into play.
Shut the fuck up, dude. If I see Hunting Grounds in your goddamn Nakiri deck, dude.
Dude, what are you talking about?
You better win the whole thing, bro.
Wait, where, dude? I actually bought one recently. Hold on, where is it?
Shut the fuck up, dude.
Dude, I have it somewhere on my desk.
All right, dude. I Hunting Ground, maybe. All right. Dude. I'm not a believer.
Look, look, straight up, Hunting Grounds Prismari, dude.
Shut the fuck up.
I bought both of them, dude.
Dude, at that point, just play Scion though. I do like Scion as an answer to the slap decks too, where it's just like
I think Scion's actually in a really good spot.
I think Scion has serious legs. I would put that in top 5 for me personally.
Yeah, so I think that's what we're gonna be playing in Fishbowl. I know that's not like super concrete information for people, but that's intentional. So
what do you mean? No. We would never lie to you, dude.
Yeah. But yeah, I think other than
if you made it this far into the video, though, if you watched all the way through to listen to what we were playing, you got it,
dude.
Man.
People watch us to the end, dude.
Oh no, I know 100%. But I was like, if someone was coming in just to scalp what we were playing for Fishbowl, and watch the full video to the end just to scalp it, then you got it, man. Good stuff.
Sorry, give me 1 second. My dog is like barking.
Yeah, no stress.
All right, he has stopped barking. Hi, buddy.
No.
So this is the end of the video where we're going to say special thank you to all of our patrons. At the $10 tier, we have Adam Holmes, Callie Bretto, Christopher Spalding, Corin. Every time I mess up that name. Krusty, Droopy McCool, Graham F, Greyface Gaming, Kits Miller 32, Nerdy Dwarf, Samuel, Schedulate.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Yep.
There. Yeah.
Squoiler, Topher Wallace, Vafnar. In the $20 tier, we have CU Buff 89, E4 Cards and More, Eric Farmer, Tim Gold Sabertooth, John Porter, and Trauma Hawks. And then on the $50 tier, we have Big Boy B and HHQ. Thank you guys for everything. We would not be able to travel to all these tournaments without you guys. So
thank you so much for the support.
Yeah. And then in the Patreon episode, we're going to be talking about some people sent us some questions, and that's what we're going to be going over. So
sweet.
Cool. Anything else, Jax, for the main episode?
No, I think it's everything. Crush that Fishbowl, y'all. I'm
excited
to see how everyone does. It's going to be good fun.
Sounds good, man. All right, we'll see you guys next week.